Hello. Welcome, everyone. Let's get into it. Welcome back. Oh, it's a little bit quiet. We'll see as we go. Hi, more XCOM. For those of you who have only just showed up here, you haven't caught any of the other context or announcements, well, I suppose it doesn't really all matter, does it? Because if that's the case, what does it matter to you? You're just here for some more XCOM. So here we are. Ray, my... Can I do that? My cats are, of course, deciding right as I start my stream is the perfect time for a pair of them to bite my cables and my monitor and everything around. I'm just going to try to ignore that. We're doing XCOM Kitchen, Enemy Within, Long War, Dynamic War, same rules as last time. I enjoyed it a lot. I wanted to do more, just not. Not after I finished the last one. When we finished the last one, I was like, don't let me do this again for years, or something like that. I wanted to play one again throughout pretty much the whole campaign, pretty much after we lost AMX. I really wanted to be like, let's just do another run. Like, I get it this time, I won't make that same mistake again. I'll take better care of my amazing, incredible run of perk soldiers. Well, here's the funny thing, I think I learned a lot of things, and I was ready to start another run. I was like, yeah, and now this time I'll be way better. Small problem with that, I think I forgot everything I learned. So we'll see. I remember the base defenses are an issue, and well, we'll see about that as we go. I remember that I needed to take a lot better care of my amazing soldiers and not take them for granted as much as I still did. And otherwise, I don't know, I think there were some other important things I was meant to remember strategy-wise that I've probably forgotten as hard lessons from the last campaign. I think we learned that air game is important during the campaign runs, or the kitchen runs, I mean. I think we started doing that towards the winning run, where we invested a lot into interceptors and it paid off. Otherwise, I think we did the regular thing, right? I think we went lasers first, then into armor. We didn't do Gauss Rush or anything crazy like that. We might have done armor first, I'm not sure. Shivs were essential, and praise be to the Shiv slot mod, which everything here should be still the same as last time I played, so I've done some brief tests and we should be all good. But it should be the exact same run as last time. We've got the same menus, we've got the same everything. Ladder was cracked. The aces, remember that all you need is a brazen bull to deal 30 damage a shot? That's right. Mayhem is a very important skill to roll on people with strike rifles. Fee says first rifles are the sacrifices for Beagle to warm up. And Dr. Ryu says, I feel like you learn air game matters every time. Well, at the end of the day, the lesson we learned is that we had fun. And you know what? We don't want it to be too easy, so if I forgot every lesson from the last run already, I mean, really, hey, you just gotta trust in yourself. It's like if you have amnesia. You just gotta trust in yourself to be like, well, I was able to run a great campaign last time, after 8 tries, so maybe this one will be a great one too. So, let's hop into it. Long War, impossible. Second wave, I've taken down my notes. One of the things I have learned is I gotta note stuff down. I haven't noted down the number of aliens in each mission, but I'm going to start doing that as we go today. So it's finally done. Hidden Potential is on, Training Roulette Plus is on, Dynamic War is on, Hidden Trees is on, of course we love Training Roulette Plus, of course we love that. And then it was Durability. It's United Humanity because we don't want to see Exalt, and it's perfect information. Hayden says, it's so damn easy to wipe in Long War Kitchen that you don't really need to rebalance it again. Well, we'll see. If we feel like it needs rebalancing later, we can do it. Parker says, this might not work. Oxygen has a baby to spend money on now. Yeah, well, that's the other thing, is, you know what, at the end of the day, who knows? I never know of any of these kitchens, how much anyone will, spend on them. I mean, that was always the original intention of them before they became their own thing within our streaming culture, I suppose, that it was always meant to be that the game itself is still fun even if no one buys the thing at all. And we'll see this time around, we'll see. Maybe there's, Oxygen was a huge part. The patriarch of the kitchen was a huge part of a lot of the contact. So, we'll see. He wasn't the only person, but he was a huge part of it. I'm sure it'd be very different about Oxygen here buying enemies. At the end of the day, I considered, in the stream title, naming this, what did I actually name it? I think I put Kitchen in the title, but I considered it saying it Long War with Kitchen, rather than being Long War Kitchen. Just in case, We'll see how it goes, I suppose. There's really nothing to do but play and find out. Enable Dynamic War? I did, yes. Training Roulette, Hidden Potential, Dynamic War, Hidden Trees, Humanity, Durability, and Perfect Information. second wave, done. Mod should be on. We turn off Progeny and Slingshot. We turn on Iron Man. And let me try and remember this time to take some good backups and save them in a very separate folder. I forget what happened last time, where I started saving the wrong backup somehow. I think Steam Cloud was playing shenanigans. I've just got to start backing them up in a separate folder, far away from whatever Steam can touch this time. Would you begin a VO? No, we'd never. Let's start. It's been a while. Have all the cutscenes again.
Everything by the numbers.
I'm gonna mute myself and eat.
In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
You hyped? I was eating cereal. I got up during that. Don't let me take away from the hype. I went to my kitchen. So, I think the game's a little bit quiet too. I'm just going to turn it up in my Windows mixer. Yeah, we're down too low. Let's turn that up.
Everything by the numbers.
Stoops!
New 2.00 donation from B.O.B. Beep.
Hang
beep.
on.
Welcome back, Commander.
Thank
beep.
you.
Boop. Are you ready to get your funding and die? Boop. I hope that's a no, cause I believe in you, Commander.
Thank you.
Beep. Boop.
Thank you. Round of applause for you. Very kind, and thank you for your $2. I appreciate it. Very kind of you. What I was saying, wait, what to is Stoops. Stoops subscribed for 60 months in a row. You gotta be having me on with this. First of all, thank you for your 60-month subscription. I appreciate it a ton. Stoops says, Beagle, you sick fuck. Did you intentionally start this on April 11th in your time zone in order for it to perfectly match up with the 2-year anniversary of my ex breaking up with me to date someone else immediately and steal all my cat and dog pictures? I can't believe you've done this. You're having me on, right? That's not actually true, is it? No. Yeah, fuck you! No, wait, you mean no as in you're not having me on? Wait, you're serious? April 11th today? Oh my goodness, no, I didn't, I'm sorry. No, that's a complete coincidence. Whoa, I'm sorry, no, I did not. I can't believe that, fate is real. No, this is actually related to many other events in my life right now, which is why I decided to go back to tried and true reliable XCOM Enemy Within, as I always come back to. That is a really insane coincidence. I'm very sorry. Wow. Eagle is a sick fuck confirmed. Apparently, is Exile on? No. No, it's the same rules as last time. Exact same rules for now. Howdy, welcome. That's wild. Sorry about that, Stoops, but welcome back. Nice to see you. Stoops says, thankfully for me, it's still April 10th. Yeah, think of it this way. Maybe if it was intentional, I was making sure to not do it on that one day. For you. No gameplay? No, not this time. Exact same rules as last time. For the moment. So, last time we did Kato Orsay. I'm thinking we start something different to be at least a little bit different. What are the rules last time? I don't know, Carlo. Gotta find out. You'll figure them out as we go. You're not the one playing, you don't have to know. It's Kitchen. It's Kitchen, there's Training Relay Plus, all that stuff. Argentina, power to the people, power facilities cost 30% less to maintain. No, let's not read each of these. Let me just scroll through and find which one I want. Probably not a small continent. Plus 5 ability points is just generally good. Look at the content bonus as well. So I don't want to spend forever doing this, but range varriers have cash, alloy, and Illyrium cost reduced by 25%. In China, that's what we're already getting. So no, wait, I don't play China anymore, right? I just have more funding. Yeah, Kato Orsay is great. It's pretty much the best one. Don't need even more soldiers because by default I've just upped the number of soldiers I start with. But I can play without it. Okay, so Jungle Scouts is pretty good. Except you lose it when you get to Carapace, which really feels bad. Really feels bad. I don't really like that. If you kept it for Carapace, amazing, but the fact that you lose it when you get out of Kevlar really is odd. Well, not odd, but it just feels bad. I get it. It makes sense balance-wise, but it does feel bad. Don't need that. Per Archer as a contender, despite being a boring one. Lab Workshop. Nothing wrong with that. Air Superiority is a good start for an air game focus. Cadre also, I think, was one we played with before. For the same reason. Starting with 4 Corporals is a nice start to the early game. It doesn't really do much in the long run, though, which does feel lame. I think long run, like that late game, probably would feel better. Remedies was always good. Remedies was always good. We could always go back to China. This was my vanilla pick, always. Just getting more money from Great Market, especially with how many bodies there are, is huge. D6. I mean, this one isn't nothing. Not only the modification time, but gene mods became very important to me mid to late on because secondary hearts were huge. And having them all cost half the meld, that meant nothing to me before that last run where I really learned the importance of gene mods. Never before in XCOM had really had to lean on them that much for secondary hearts and stuff. To be honest though, having run that last run, this is a huge boost to the mid to late game, and it would allow me to gene mod earlier. This is a real contender here, I think. This is a really good looking one. That would be, you could get a lot of gene modding done with that. A lot of hearts. Fatigue from side power is reduced. Fatigue, boring. Starting with Advanced Repair is a pretty big one. This is kind of like the one that lets you start with tack vests, except you actually keep this the whole campaign. I like that a lot better. Like if the Brazil one was just you started with tack rigging, amazing, I'd run that. This one is like that. This one is but better. Like this one is actually you just get to keep Advanced Repair the whole time. Definitely a contender as well. Should write these down. I've got my new notepad for the new kitchen run. My new pen. So we're gonna write down the ones I'm gonna pick between here to save us time. I know China is fun, but really the only ones that jumped out at me so far is China Deus Ex. That's a really good one. Deus Ex. Genes, I'm just gonna write down Genes for short. And then Egypt. Advanced Repair. I think this is also a really good one for just making the air game a lot easier to deal with. One of my favorite ones to pick here are ones that just make the game feel less stressful. This would be one of them for sure. Because this is a very late, you get a lot of value out of this. This is a very late Foundry project, I recall. It was like late game stuff. Advanced Repair. That's like heavy floaters. That's really far into the game. Okay, Adv Rep. Let's continue looking through them. Not doing K because we've already done it. Not doing Foreign Legion. Foundry already built. Yeah, again, it's one of those early game boosters that I'm just not really an early game booster kind of guy when you could have Advanced Repair the whole time instead. Ah, now this is also a good one. Ah, it's only primary weapons. If that was all mech stuff, that's too strong, so I see why it isn't. 50% reduction in cash, alloy, and Illyrium required for mech and shiv primary weapons. Yeah, if that was like even just all shiv stuff. But the fact that it's only for primaries is very boring. Strive 2 interceptors and get Illyrium afterburners. Meh. Early game booster. Steam vents. Meh. Hey, Toad. Thanks for the raid of 24. How are you doing? How have you been? Thank you for raiding. Shivs received plus 10 aim. Hey, that one's not bad. We leaned on shivs a lot. You've got a shiv in every mission with Kitchener with our mod set. That's a good one too. That's plus 10 aim is a lot, actually. I don't really care about the starting 2 basic shivs. Again, that's an early game booster. But plus 10 aim is a lot. I think I'd find that taking Per Ardua Astra is going to be better though. So I don't think we actually write this one down, because if you were going to take Ghost in the Machine, you'd just take Per Ardua Astra, because it's going to give you more stat points overall. The only reason I take Ghost in the Machine is if I plan to use more than just the one shiv per squad. If I wanted to bring like 2 or 3 shivs, then this looks a lot better. Often, yeah, I'm trying not to, Ice Cream Man. Kirikai is always fun. Look, it's not necessarily good, but it's always fun. I'll write it down because it's a fun one. It's more fun than Cadre. It's just fun. It's not really good. It is so fun. We love to unbox. Robotics, plus 5 bonus aim for new shivs and mech troopers. Yeah. The adds it to mech troopers is better, but meh, very, yeah. Sorry if I'm for cash, that's not for me. Now this one might be. Illuminated Gunsight. We can't get this because Exalt isn't on. Remind me what the Illuminated Gunsight does. It's not psychic, is it? Exalt, Illuminator, Gunsight, Long War. I think it's like an extra scope that you can stack. Stoop says we could starve AMX. Did you think about that? I have now. I feel like this isn't... It's kind of like Kirikai. I think it's fun, but probably not the way, but let's check it. Okay, note that scopes, neural gun links, and illuminated gun sights can't stack with one another, and that none of these items can be equipped more than once. Okay, so you can't stack the illuminated gun sight. It's just a better scope. I do in games love it when you get things like that. But what it's doing is it's giving you plus 12 aim and plus 12 crit. You can't put it on mechs or shivs, unlike a scope, apparently. And it gives you Executioner, and that's it. So it's, you know, it's cool, but it's not, like, this would have to be a few more items, I think. Like, if you got, like, 2 or 3 of them, or you got, like, other cool items. Legacy of Uxmal, 20% bonus to psionic training chances. Something to consider. Actually something to consider, because we also get air superiority bonus doing this. Okay, so going NA is good in general. That's like its own boost, because I think this is the content bonus you want the most. I suppose that Europe's also kind of does the same thing. Really what would make NA more different is if rather than just money, it was more like, you know, less percentage time on repairs or transfer times or arming laser cannon times. But hey, I'm not here to mod this. The whole reason I'm back here is because I don't have to mod this. This is just a fun experience I can play again. That's why I always come back to Enemy Within. We're done setting up the kitchen rules. That's why I don't want to change them this time around unless we really have to. I just want to enjoy what we've got. NA plus Psi. So that's a contender. I don't know if it's my favorite, but that's a contender. Go on, Sammy. Yeah, let us know. All soldiers plus mobility. Actually legit on my list. It really doesn't feel like a thing that is that impactful, but we know it is. Terranger is always a thing, because whenever you add +1 mobility, you can now get to the places you called Terranger before, but it's now opened up an extra tile to new places for you to now go, oh, I'm only 1 tile from that now, whereas before you weren't. Still, I'll put it on the list. Nigeria. I think that's a fun one. That, again, makes the game more fun to play. +1 mob. 50% reduction in side training time. Hey, you know what's funny? This is like Uxmal but better, isn't it? Would you rather have a 20% bonus so your 50s go into 70? Or would you essentially rather roll with advantage? I would rather roll with advantage, I feel, but maybe actually that's mathematically wrong. I don't know, maybe the 20% is better? Really weird that these are very much eating each other's lunch, if you ask me. Because I feel like the side chances are always around 50. And so with my experience with D&D and rolling with advantage, I think this ends up being around similar. I guess this is more of a gamble. Depends on that stacks to 20, yeah. Maybe just they decided they want to let you pick between different ones. I don't know, maybe it's not that deep. I'll write it down anyway because it's very similar. So Nigeria has 2 cool ones, actually. Nigeria, you got so many cool bonuses. What's up with that?
Everything
Nigeria, Old Path. Plus. Minus 50% Psi time. Horrible scroll, I'm writing that in. Russia! Now this one's also good. If you say that air game is good, what about this one? Plus 10 to hit during air combat. I don't think that enhanced avionics is as impactful as advanced repair, nor is it as hard to get as advanced repair. And you also have the problem that you are in Russia. And all jokes aside that I like to make about people complaining about the Russia air game stuff, yeah, it is annoying. Or it at the very least feels annoying. Store of an additional satellite uplink, and all satellites cost 50% less to build. Not terrible. Yes, this is technically one of those bonuses I don't really like because it's something that runs out. But I would say the difference with Roscosmos is this is such a critical part of a game to get you started. Like, yeah, it's boosting your early game and then your mid game. But if you don't boost it in this way, that's like your whole game. You're always trying to find money for this. Like, that's good. Again, you are starting in Russia. Because there's advantages slightly better, that's good to know, thank you. Yeah, that's good to know, actually. Also, technically, the rolling of advantage is better too, because your people are stuck into tubes for less. And because if you were going to succeed either way, like, let's say you were going to succeed either way, you're not just worried about a discrete whether you succeed or not. You're also just succeeding faster. So, of course, yeah, I mean, it does feel like the Nigeria version is just better than Legacy of Oaksmell, or however you pronounce that. Stoop says, what if you assembled a list of acceptable ones and roll the dice and select one? That's a good idea if I can't decide. We'll put down Roscos as part of that list. I'm not sure if I love it. But it is a good one for being impactful in the strategy layer and getting started faster. South Africa. Sort of alien metallurgy and advanced salvage. I don't think I ever got these in the last run, did I? I think by the time they were there to get, I just felt like it wasn't worth it. It's not just that you can get these early, so, you know, who cares? I think it's also like, these are quite expensive projects to get. And they're always awkward, and starting from the start, you know, you'll get even more than you ever could have. Yeah, that's right, Stoops. Yeah, that's right, Bill. Yeah, it does come by an A. So this one is probably one of the better... Maybe I'm out my butt, but this is probably one of the better strategy layer boost ones you could take if you're worried about strategy layer. We'll put it in. SA. Metallurgy. Because that's more alloys and more fragments. Now, I never really feel like I have a problem with fragments. Maybe I'm forgetting, but alloys is always a problem. If one of these gave you more meld, that would be a shoo-in, but that's why they don't give you that one, I think. Oh, yes, we will be using explosives, Eclectic. Oh, yes. Hey, I mean, this one's also huge. There's a lot of really good ones when you don't take care to Orsay, which is why it's fun to do differences here. +1 hit point. Again, you could argue this gets less impactful later on, but even later on, I had soldiers who just rolled low hit points and didn't have extra con. Who just were... They could always use that one extra hit point. You know, it always mattered. Survival training, I like that one. Especially early, that makes such a huge difference, in my opinion. +1 HP. I'd probably take that over the +1 mobility. It's just a more valuable stat. +3 aim for everyone. This is the opposite, where it is cool and it is, like, arguably the most important stat in the game. Little baby Ray wants some food, McDonald's time. But it's just not enough for me. Like, they've kept it this much so it's not overpowered. Very hard one to balance, but I think I wouldn't take this unless it was 4. I think at 5 it's getting more like, oh yeah, like that's pretty damn good. But then at 5, maybe it's too good. Thank you, Nuclear Twister. How are you? Thanks for subscribing. Start penetrator weapons. Yeah, again, I think I'd still rather have advanced repair. But I guess if you want to stay on avalanches forever, there's a strat there. Less reductions for OTS. No. OTS costs less. Yeah, but I'd rather take a different one for more money, I think. All elevators already built and excavation costs reduced by 50%. It is useful, but... Yeah. 75%... Blah, blah. Yeah, okay. So we've got our list. We've got a list of interesting ones. So, what we've got here is the genes. We've got the genes, we've got the advanced repair. Sorry, it was like half cost on gene modding. Advanced repair from the start. Kyrikai, we're probably not doing Kyrikai yet, even though it's fun. Legacy, which I can kind of just put a cross through, I think, and just say we'd go for old ways. So it's looking, then you've got Nigeria for plus one mobility, but I think I just said I would not take plus one mobility, I'd take the survival training instead. Roscos is probably not first on my list. Just playing the would you rather here to speed this up. Roscos is not on my list because I think it seems a bit annoying in other ways. And if I just wanted more money, I think I'd honestly take China for xenological remedies. To be honest. So, I think that leaves us with the most boring and predictably good one to make strategy easier is just China for xenological remedies. I could say, but I'm trying not to do any bespoke stuff this time around, based on, rather than what we've already done, because that's a huge reason why I'm back here. Star Super Sky Ranger. Usually in my campaigns, I felt like I could always win the tactical battles, but the strategy is where I suffered. After the kitchen runs in the last one, in the end I felt like strategy was fine and I actually was no longer able to win tactical battles. So I'm actually looking at, this is why I usually never took a country bonus of like a tactical bonus. That's why I'm looking at it now, and I'm looking at that South Africa plus 1 HP bonus to troops and thinking that actually looks pretty good. But beyond that, I think beyond someone just dying here or there to plus 1 HP, and it does dilute later and it does get a lot less impactful even to your carapace, I think we'd be fools not to try out one of these really, really juicy strategy ones. I'm thinking, just putting circles around them, I'm thinking 50% off gene mods. I'm thinking 50% or, no, advanced repair. Circling the final contenders here. Old paths for the extra side, because we could go side earlier with this a lot easier, and we could boost up faster. You potentially, you could potentially get people to Scion levels like twice as fast. No to Roscos. I think metal salvage sounds boring. So it's these three. We either have China. We either take Deus Ex, China, for the 50% reduction in Gmod, meld, and cash costs. You're basically picking between that or Psy in Nigeria, where we have 50% reduction in Psy training time. Or you're taking Egypt for the advanced repair from the start. So here's my question for all of you, and you're going to help me all. You, with all of your memories together as a hive mind, you think about the campaigns, and specifically that last campaign, run number 8 that we did, and you tell me what you think would have made the biggest impact if we'd had one of these bonuses to it. Psy, Genes, or Air Game. Where do you think we needed more of? What do you think we needed the most? Did we need to be able to spam more Gene mods earlier and better and cheaper, and have more meld in general from that? Did we need to have advanced repair from the start and have our Air Game be that much easier to run and that much more reliable and have that much more stamina? Or did we need earlier and easier Psy trading right from the start? Because I think Psy is always the thing that people jump to with this kind of question. But in hindsight, I'm not sure how many times those Psy abilities were really useful in the campaign. I mainly was training up to Psy Inspiration when we eventually got there was good, but I feel like a lot of them, maybe the problem is we got them too late, but Mind Fray was just rarely useful compared to just shooting them with our crazy kitchen soldiers. So I felt Psy wasn't that good as a tactical benefit for me a lot of the time. I might be misremembering. But it was more just a strategic thing we needed to do to win the game. And I did think I'd gotten Psy like decently early, too. Like, maybe not early, but not late. Feels unanimously Air Game. Barely use Psy. My Psy went 2-1 in the field. True. Air Game. Yeah, I do see a lot of Air Game. XCOM can only succeed in the mandate of heaven, says Banzer. I think we'll be doing that. Folly says, hey Biggs, hope you're having fun. Hey Folly, my partner's been bugging me to play this game for some time. You've never played it before, or what? It's an amazing game. Alright, I think we'll go with Air Game. I might agree with you all. And then I think Gene Mob would have been my next one. But let's go with Air Game. So that's going to be Egypt. I've never done Egypt before, I think. Advanced Repair. which should be double repair times for all of us. It also repairs shields quicker. I didn't even think about that. That's a nice one too. Alright. Labs and workshops cost 30% less to build and maintain. This is what we're doing, let's do it. Enough talking, thanks for your patience.
Listen up. We're going to be dropping you deep in the Nigerian interior for the
it's
next
tank traps.
operation. We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
Oh boy, it's tank traps. Always a fun map to start off on. Always a fun map to get really at any point in a campaign. I say that a lot about enemy events maps, which is usually how you know I love enemy events maps. A lot of them are very like, ooh, it's this one.
Strike one, this is Central. You are free
Gonna
to
get me
engage
raffled out in a
all
sec.
hostile contacts in the AO. Don't take any chances.
Only got 6 soldiers to start with. Get your raffles in, I'll give you about 20 or 30 seconds while I open the kitchen up as well. Enemy spawn will be over here, it's on the far side of our wall. And they'll have to walk down this wall and come to where the gap is and come through it. Remember that with enemy within, as a reminder for how this works, the aliens here start unactivated. Wait. No. See, I have to remember too. The aliens start activated. They start completely activated. They're ready to go as if you'd already discovered them. It's not like XCOM Kitchen, which is the one where they started in unactivated in pods. I have to just remember that there. It is... They just start, they're just dropped in, they fight. That's how it goes. Alright, now... no, not yet, Stoops. The menu, did I not update the menu? Is it not there? Let's check. Yeah, no, there it is. There's the March 2 menu. Same thing for March. And I'm going to draw these raffles. So our first winner, let me write these down. Sky Mana Wielder, you are our first soldier. I suppose I should pick who's who. That's only fair. So, Shakir here, that's you, Sky Mana. With the assault rifle, the frag, and the ceramic. Shakir. Sky. Alright, Sky, that's you. Let's find out who Freeman is. Kanksolius. That's you? How do I say your name? I'm sure I just said it wrong. Freeman is C-A-N-C_. They says, for this campaign, do you want to start with broad aliens spawning diagonally rather than front in front? Because it causes aliens to be in sight on turn 1-2 when they're in front. No. I really don't want to change anything right now, to be honest. Always feel free to make suggestions, but just letting you know, I really don't feel like changing anything because I have come back here because I just don't have the time in my real life anymore to be a developer of a gaming rule set and modding effort right now, while also managing my life, unfortunately. That's why all my Menace streams were so late. That's why I made the change to come back here. Does March not have a share special? No, don't think it ever did, but I could be wrong. Mitchell! You are Batal. Might have talked about this before, Stu, so maybe you proved me wrong on that, but no chef special for now. Maybe it was the groups thing, I think. I don't think Marsh had a chef special, though. Batal, you are Mitchell. Mitchell, I have good vibes when I think of you being raffled. Why is that? What was the last raffle you had? What am I thinking of you as? Why am I thinking of you as a good raffle? I can't remember. I've aged at this point. I'm just going to start openly asking you all. Tell me why I have these feelings. Magister, you're next. Stefani. Stefani. Magister.
Everything by the numbers.
Everything by the numbers. Thank you very much. Get the ferry mode running. Oh, you let me know where it is for enemy within. Wang Sedanada. This is Shady Character. Okay, so Wang Shady. And our last one for Gatecrusher here, Price. Our last raffle for this mission. That is Scaratil T Obsidian. We have our squad. Scaratil. We have Shakir for Sky, Freeman for Conk, Batal for Mitchell, Stefani for Magister, Wang for Shady, and Price for Scaratil. We've got our team. I realized that I forgot to open the kitchen during all this, sorry. So let's open that now. Where is that at? Wait for mission goes off. We have 9 enemies to add to this mission. If you'd like to add, make sure you check exclamation mark menu and you can find the menu right now. And follow the rules. If you have questions, feel free to ask me if you've never done this before. If you want to. Otherwise, I'm going to get right into the mission. Gate Crusher just started. Yep, we're on new effort, attempt number 1 bounty. Alright, let's go. So, yeah, all the same US. So, let's have a think about how I want to play this, because always the trap to fall into is me just thinking only about the kitchen and not about the actual mission. Though it'll have to wait for a second. Ladrones to France. Thank you very much.
13.00 donation from Nuclear Twister 6.
How much is that?
Il drone su Franzo, no,
5 and 7. Okay, so that's almost all of the aliens already. So if you're buying right now, hold your buy just for a minute to recheck the summary. Because that's 7 out of 9. That's 5 drones and 2 sectoids. Thank you very much for the Ladrones to France, Nuclear Twister. There's 2 more aliens to buy at this point. Thank you very much. Let me write that down. Ladrone. 1 times a Ladrone. I'll underline that. 2 more to buy. Thank you so much. That's 5 drones, I believe I just said. It matters here. Yeah, 5 drones, 2 sectoids. So the thing about that is they'll get over quite quickly because that wall won't stop them from flying. So it's a good buy for getting them into the fight quickly. Now with XCOM Kitchen, the way this works is that they'll charge me very, well, pretty reliably based on what kind of unit they are. Cyber discs still hang out a lot. With drones, I would expect they're going to be over here turn 1, turn 2, and there's no meld on the first mission. So this will shock you all, but I plan to play this patiently. We'll assume some good cover positions with overlapping fields of fire. Wait till the drones get here. Shoot them. That'll be another shocker for you. I'm going to shoot the drones. And then I think we'll wait until the drones are dead. We'll start... waiting like that means we have to think about the sectoids are going to be live as well. But this is quite a treacherous map, very easy to get flanked on. And I think any other move I make, it could still work, but it has risks. For instance, I can go inside the warehouse early. There's a big advantage here in that it keeps the drones down, because they can't fly inside a building. Problem is the warehouse still has an upper elevation area where they could do that. Sorry, I just for a minute was struck by the fact that this is the paper shop warehouse as well, but I already knew that. The issue though is that the drones could decide to come in behind me. I can get flanked very easily. Shoops says, I feel like it's not a good map to start off on. It's a scary one. It's very treacherous. It's an awkward map to move down the lanes of. I just got to decide where I'm going to put my people. There isn't going to be enough full cover for everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, without having separate fields of fire. And if I move up too far to a new position, I risk activating more pods. I'd say that I want to decide to do that or not early. I don't think we're going to the left, because that allows the drones to come over from the ceiling in a very bad way. The roof.
Alert.
It would be nice to know what's on my left.
New
We're maxed out, thank you so much, Tay.
donation from Tay
We're
Krasis.
maxed out. No more orders, thank you everyone.
Sectoids, medium rare.
Thank you so much everyone, I appreciate it. Thank you once again for making this work for me, I always appreciate it. 2 sectoids medium rare. I'm starving, I just realized. I forgot how much this gimmick makes me hungry when people commit to the kitchen gimmick. It just makes me think about well-cooked food all the time. I think all the maps can roll for starting, except the extra special ones that are council-only ones here, or UFOs. So that's 4 sectoids, 5 drones. Yeah, I just need to decide where we're going here then. I can get up to this position, and then even if I make more contact, it's a risk of you're making more contact here, because you push further through the map. It's also a risk if you get pushed from the left. You don't really have a lot of place to go back to, whereas at least if you're here, it's 2 separate fights because the warehouse splits it, and you can just charge people over the frag. I think I've already kind of decided what I want here is I'm just going to split up the contact a little bit like this. The only issue then though is there's nowhere to fall back to against the drones. If you don't kill them early, and we will fail because we're rookies, if you go backwards to here, it's just half cover. I suppose that'll just have to do. I think we just roll with that. So let's have Stefani moving to here. Already forgetting the basics of Long War and XCOM, which is move your first unit first. Lead the way first so you know what's going to go down. I do want to get Shakir over to here.
Moving.
Next turn we can assume that position. We're not in a huge rush, I don't have to be crazy. People with a lot of grenades being up front is good, so we can deal with that. Use drones, use grenades to deal with
Moving
drones.
out.
Hey, Sorbet, thanks for the raid, welcome. Thank you. I only have the one medkit we're seeing here. Let's put it on the one place where you could
Yes, Commander.
stand next to someone in full cover, heal them. Which is a nice little tactic we like doing. Otherwise, I can choose to have people in half cover firing against the drones. More guns up, but against 5 drones, it won't be enough firepower no matter what. And it'll get people shot too early. I could have people in half cover further back, or in full cover further back. That looks exciting. A good thing to do would be to have, if there isn't enough spots of full cover, have someone over here ready for that left issue if it occurs. So let's have you come over to here.
I'm on it, Commander.
You'll cover from the rear. And I think you... I'll call you... I don't remember all of your names for now, I'm sorry. So Batal here comes over to this side.
Aye, aye.
I wish I had like a steak right now. I'm so hungry. And then you can hold the flank. You will have to move somewhere else by the time the drones make contact or you're at risk. So what I might want to do is go from here to here later. But
That's
not yet.
affirmative.
It's a little bit further out on that side if the sectoids push, but this isn't like XCOM 2 where they're going to attack me as soon as they activate. They will have a second to react.
Overwatching.
Off to bed. Overwatch. Overwatch.
Nice to see you all, by the way. Nice to see you all back. Hope you enjoy this campaign. Right here, sectoids on my left. Let me cross you over to the side
Okay.
first. Oh, and before I forget, let's get those aliens down. Get back in the habit. Toggle Fog of War. Okay, where is my LZ to be safe? Barbarian says, like, finding out my favorite food truck is back. I'm so glad. I love coming back to Enemy Within, legitimately. It just works. And I thought that was just compared to the mod set and experience, but now that I've, run a kitchen campaign, I appreciate it in that sense as well. Just double checking one last time. It's 5 drones, 4 sectoids. It's 3 sectoids, 2 drones. No, that's agree. It's 5 drones, 2 sectoids, 2 sectoids. Yep, 5 drones, 4 sectoids. But I just appreciate that it just works. It matters a lot to me these days. Drones, drop drone. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you get your sectoids. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's contact. Alright, I can put my notepad and pen away for a second. And play on. I can go to here if I want to be a little bit closer, and if I do that, I could have all guns against the drones. It does give me a little bit of an early warning against them, but you do need this person to be ready to fall back quickly. I wonder if just having someone ready for the left flank, especially with footsteps of sectors over there, is just a wiser move.
Commander.
The other question is, do we want to overwatch or steady? I've only got 3 rounds in each assault rifle here, very little ammo, no ammo conservation, all those powers I remember from the end of the last campaign gone. Maybe steady aim is better, because I can also pick which drone I shoot that way, and I can focus fire to take them down. The downside, of course, is if a sectoid patrol or something comes into me,
Got it covered.
it's not as good. Maybe I can do a bit of both.
Guardia. Affirmative.
I can only hope so, Ratchet. I can only hope so. So we have a pod there, I gotta pay attention. Not yap so much. They are maneuvering him around my left flank. Stoop says, I'll say when we started doing OVA Kitchen, one of the things I said that was gonna going too far and on modding would make it too confusing and would burn you out. I think I was right. I think for me, coming back from Menace, I've been loving Menace. It's my new favorite game, and I was enjoying it a lot.
New
Just don't have time anymore in real life,
5.00
unfortunately.
donation from
Thank you,
category
B.
B. Good luck, Commander.
Thank you, that's super kind of you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Carbine doesn't have a lot of damage either.
Guardia.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fair thing for you to think, Stoops. I try to make the distinction, I guess, that I still really enjoyed what I was doing with OVA, and I really love it with Menace as well, but it's just a pure time thing. Just not enough time in my real life to be able to spend on it, just raw hours. Very time consuming. And that is the wonderful thing about Enemy Within. You can just come back to it and it just works. I hope we get to do OVA again. I think I need to move house. We're trying to move house basically at the moment for a lot of reasons. And if we can successfully do that, finally, it's been a sword over our heads for a while now, I suppose. I think we'll be able to be a lot less stressed in life again. I'll be able to, like... I can start thinking about big, ambitious projects like that again, perhaps.
On Overwatch. Mi metto di guardia.
That'd be nice. I'd love to do more of that more often.
You hear that?
But for now, ironically, as I talk about time, the precious expenditure of it, I'm just gonna sit here till these drones show up. Usually, the longer this takes, the more scared I start to get, because it becomes more possible that the AI is doing something weird, flanking around me oddly. You know, they're gonna burst through the door,
Roger that.
flank me, because if I can't guarantee I know where they are, I haven't got 100% control of my soldiers' lives.
I'm on it.
I did learn in previous campaigns that it's a different ballgame, and I just learned to stop thinking like that, because it was so very rare that what I was paranoid of would ever actually play out that way.
I'm sure my
Instead,
team would love to
I
get
just
their
need more
hands
patience
on
like
that
this.
thing.
Beautiful first shot. Thank you very much. Round of applause for you. Thank you for starting us off right there. Oh no, we can't all be. We can all be good omens. 125 was enough. Randy says no motion scanner. The track cushion does make things scarier. Yes, no scanner as well. Okay, so here's all our drones. I do like how reliable the AI is with Enemy Within as well. They're just like, let's go and get it done, man. Even when they're unreliable, it's intentional, like the cyber discs. Or it feels intentional. I really appreciate that. It's a, once again, amazingly made game. Okay, so pretty much no-brainer what we're doing of you. Let's take that steady.
Damn it. Missed the target.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Less no-brainer now. If I can get a steady. Game is a bit loud. Oh, I can just turn the game back down again. Hang on. Down to 59. We'll go about down by 10s, and you just tell me if you still need it down more. I'll talk a little bit louder as well. Steady aim to finish you off would be next most obvious for me. Nice one.
X-ray neutralized.
No,
The
it was
weapons appear
perfect.
to self-destruct when
well,
the operator dies. We should look closely for any fragments that could be salvaged for our own development programs.
Thank you, Valin. If the game's too quiet now, you can let me know too. Let's shoot the carbine. We'll try to follow up with a rifle. I don't think we have any good rifles watching them at the moment, unfortunately. Wang doesn't have a shot. They'll get to come close enough to shoot me, but they shouldn't get close enough to kill anyone unless they luck out a couple of times. So I'm not going to go crazy here, putting people in half cover, trying to finish that last drone off, I think. I'm just going to spread the damage around, which maybe I could have done with you, and that might have been a mistake, but I'm going to try to just get more shots going here. Not bad. Okay. Batal, stay here. Batal can switch places with you if needed. If I'm not super paranoid, I can move one tile back and then we can easily swap, but it's fine for now. Just hold what you've got. Don't panic.
Roger, I've got my eyes
Overwatch. Overwatch. Overwatch is more cool to me now because they're already on the floor, so they might be easier shots. And they're easier to finish off because they're only one hit away.
Alien life on Earth.
And
We're witnessing something
it
never
might
before
prevent-
seen in recorded history.
a few times in my lifetime at this point, Val, in this game at least, it might prevent some damage, so the Overwatch has a better... What's the word? More to gain. Good old reliably absurd drones. That's the thing, even when the AI is like does wacky stuff in this game, I feel like I expect it, because of how it's like personality based. I'm like, yeah, I mean, the drone's doing that, that tracks. If I saw a Muton doing that a lot, I'd probably be like, what's going on? Okay, now the drone assault begins. This is always the nasty
Damn it.
part.
New 2.00 donation from Drone Command.
Extra one coming in.
Beep. Fight. Beep. Is that you, Commander? B. Baishan's repair bay. B. It's been so long. Welcome back, Commander.
Thank you.
APB.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you for welcoming me back by immediately putting me into trouble. Deep and unhappy amounts of trouble. So we can run up underneath them and shoot. We can frag, and that's really it. We can run away, but it solves nothing because next turn we're just in the same situation again. This is kind of just how the first mission works, and I'm gonna try not to sit here worrying about it forever, fussing. And just play my best moves, but I will tell you right now it may not work, and we may start losing people straight away. Likely we take some damage. So you can get a frag onto that drone, but it's not very reliable. I think what we want to accomplish here is to have it so that there is only one of these 3 drones still alive at the end of the turn. The other issues then is that at least sectoids can do mind games. I think what we want to do there is pull so that the sectoids cannot see any of our soldiers. So they at least have to move up and be easier to counter-frag next. That means getting off a lot of these walls, but that is doable here so long as I'm smart. You can't hit that drone, but can we hit them both with a grenade like this? No. You can do 1 frag. I might do 1 frag on that container crate drone. If I can get a dead-on one. Is it worth going to half cover? Probably not against the sectoids, but it's kind of awkward to see how we do this otherwise. Yeah, it's true, Lamp. That's very true. This drone's the easiest to shoot because you just end up running point blank to it and shooting with everyone. And I'll start doing that with Batal right now, I think. We'll block the door while we're at it. Wait, shooting might bang the door open. Ooh, that's always awkward. But if you don't get closer, you're not getting the close range bonuses. I think it is a bug with Enemy Within that if you take an attack near a door, even if you're not going to shoot through the door, you'll bang the door open. I could go to here instead. It does expose me more to the sectoids though, so I think I just gotta take the not great, but longer range shots, and that's gonna grin and bear it. Shoot. People are probably gonna die. Unfortunately, when you see it start like that, people are probably not gonna make it.
On the move.
Yeah, okay, people are in trouble.
Ah, damn it.
And that is just kind of how it goes with drones in this engagement, I think. It's just kind of how it goes. If I was being smarter to optimize my chances here, because that's all we're really doing at this point, I would have made sure that my people with more health were at the front. Instead, the way I've left it now, it's going to be people with less health, which makes a death far more likely. Also, if I want to fall back from the sectoids now, I've made that harder to do as well. Because now, yeah, I mean, really now my best bet is to go to the half cover. It makes the sectoid plasma shots more likely to hit, but they likely open with Mind Fray. And it says time to stack up so we at least make the most out of the deaths. Yeah, it's just really awkward here. I can't take 1, 2, 3, 4 even. I can't take the 4 closest tiles for the extra accuracy because of how it either exposed me to the sectoids or how it would bang this door open and like people would never pod. At least in my paranoid rambling worries. So that is awkward. I won't go there because that exposes me hugely to this sectoid. And at this point things have gone so badly I have to start thinking about at least guaranteeing that this drone dies. So I would say we want to bring I'd say we want to bring Wang up to here and let's get an AP grenade onto that drone. And he says, I think if you don't take the cover in front of the door, you shouldn't bang it open. I don't know, but all 3 of them are next to it, and this one was sectoid covered. Alright, so let's just try and at least make sure this one dies to an AP. It might take 2. APs are not very good against drones. As seen. So now we need to go 2 APs. Does it feel wasteful? Yes. Do we have a choice? Not really, in my opinion. That still is exposed to that back sectoid, so you don't want that. I think you've just got to come to here and chuck another one. I said, what a great opening when the 24% Overwatch hit. And that was an incorrect phrase to say in Long War's earshot. There we go.
You may want to instruct your men to exercise restraint when using explosives. While certainly effective at killing aliens, they also destroy the artifacts we're hoping to recover from the bodies.
The bodies.
Just something to consider.
Now, speaking of considerations, at this point, we've stopped the worst case, which is multiple soldiers dead. I would like to think we may get a crit. We are still looking at a reasonably high likelihood of one soldier dead from the 2 drone flanks. We want to see what the best we can do here is. Now, my best odds of preventing that... I don't think it's a couple of APs unless I get a really close bounce. Looks like I can. So that may end up being better. Probably doesn't roll 1 twice, as we just saw from the 4 roll. Probably a decent chance that we kill on 2 APs on the wall here. And I think that is my best bet, because otherwise I need 2 48% to hit, and it's unlikely to happen. Also, at least if the APs fail, well, at least you still get to have a drone that's easier to kill next time, rather than nothing at all. I think Stefani comes over. Whoever Stefani was on the notepad, this makes you the most likely person to get killed by drones if this fails. I do apologize. I truly do apologize to you. However, still gonna do it. This is my best bet, I reckon. So this does leave you in sectoid range as well. We don't like it, we hate it. It is what it is. We run you over. And we lead with the first AP. Can I get that good one again, please? Maybe not from this angle, that sucks. That makes this worse. It does make this worse. I think I can climb it. Welcome back, pixel hunting. I did not miss you, but you are still just as necessary as ever. Yeah, I mean, that's looking like the best AP I can get there. We can go for this one instead. That is a better AP. I mean, either drone is going to get to flank you either way. This one wouldn't get the flank people with less health, though. So that's why this one is a better one to go for at the start. Maybe throw the first nade, which has a better angle, and just see how it goes. And we might follow up with the carbine instead. That is definitely a follow-up AP, I think. Really, like, this AP is a little low. The pixel precision really matters here, I think. Because the closer we get this in game 3D model turns, the more reliable to actually kill it. And it's not a high bar to clear. It's very clearable. This is a very clearable bar. If we could just get it that little bit closer. Please. No one has to die today. Yet. Ugh, I think this is as good as it gets for this AP. Oh, don't roll 0 damage. Okay, nice. Well done. So we're going to take some damage, and we may still take it down from drone flank critting or drone flank combining with sectoid mindframe. But I say this is a reasonable chance now of an injury and maybe a panic. You know, reasonable chance of not having a death. Looking good there too. Here we get a flank. It is going to be on the 5 health. No, on the 6 health. That's ideal. We get a panic, but it's only 2 health, which is an incredibly good result. As long as no sectoid blood flanks me on the left there, that's a very dealable problem. Now, that one also could be followed up on by the sectoids. Also great. We probably get a mind fray or some other shenanigan that isn't so scary. Okay, I'm probably okay with suppression. The only issue with the suppression is... Oh! No, that works out. I was gonna say, if this drone moved up, but I forgot, this drone's already shot, and it wasted its turn, essentially. If this drone is flanked, it's a bigger problem. So now we have to repeat what we did there, but kill only 1 drone instead of 2, to avoid a death. Can we keep wallbanging the drones with nades? Yeah, kinda. Yeah, pretty kinda. You'd even put it here if you think anyone's better. We still have close range-ish shots. I'm gonna say at this point, for what the stakes are like, our best bet is dragging out. But the stakes are different now because these two can't get the full cover and engage this turn anyway. And the sectoids have already proven... let me know, guys, if my voice is too low. I'll turn my mic up. But the sectoids have already proven that they'd rather suppress. So that's really good for me. This one can wait. Ideally, if we have the time for it, we actually get rid of one of the suppressions and throw a frag over on these two would be an amazing bit of value. We're not there yet. We have to kill this drone first. That would be if we can actually get through this without using Shakir's grenade on the drone. That'll enable us to bring Shakir over and nade these two. You could also open with that because then you can run Stefani over to shoot instead. SFX is a bit high and drowning your voice. Yeah, I can hear that a little bit. I am going to turn down the game a little bit. Now, you can turn the stream volume up a bit if you want, because it does feel a little bassy to me too. I'm going to turn that down a little bit again, and I am just going to up my microphone a little bit. So hold on now. Weird that, I was going to say weird that it's changed. I feel like I don't change this very often. But I suppose there's a lot of people here again who haven't been on the streams for a little bit. So fair enough. It may be different ears. Microphone volume. Let's up that by... I'm going to go crazy and up it by 5 decibels. If that sounds like way too much to everyone right now, please let me know and we'll adjust that. So the starter... Yeah, what's up, Jason? The starter, I'd say, is I'm going to run Freeman and Wang over to here to close range shoot the drone. This is a risk in that they're easy to shoot out of half cover, but leaving the drone alive is a greater risk. Run over. We really need a rifle hit. If we don't get any rifle hits here, there just isn't a lot to do. Unfortunately. We just need like one of these to hit. Okay. And now I think I am going to have to do... It's really questionable. I don't know. I think if I'm going to AP grenade that anyway, maybe I just need to free up these two. You're being suppressed by that one. I'd have to free up you. I can't free up you. Okay, I mean, I could free up you with the double AP here. Then you could run up Flashbang. And then Price can run to the side and... Because the thing is, otherwise, this drone can then just flank with that movement and finish off the soldier anyway. And that's why just going for the AP here is not as cute as it looks right away. It's simple, it's intuitive, it will make progress in the battle, but it's still allows a risk that I may not need to allow. Because also, if I deal with the sectoids better, I don't have to worry about these two getting shot. The downside is that in order to frag upwards and kill this one, don't you have to... Yeah, the problem is that Shakir would have to come to the position where you're gonna frag, and so you can no longer AP grenade this one. And that is the issue. Well, at least can a drone move that far? I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Easily, yeah. Well within its range, in my opinion. There's really no two ways about it, though. I mean, you just gotta figure out, do you take this risk, or can you figure a way to get around that AP grenade issue? I don't think I can. I don't think there's any way around that issue. There's just no other good tile unless... Now, hold on, never say never. Okay, there is a way. There is a Looney Tunes way, but I see the way, and it's just if it's worth the risk. How many drones have we killed already? We've killed 2. Is there another drone live? Did we shoot one to death? Have I killed 2 drones or 3? Pretty important question here. That's 1, that's 2. That's 3, that's 4. I think there's another drone missing. Wait, 5? Okay, I've killed 3, so there's only 2 left. If I run up here, and yes, someone said get height advantage on the drone. Actually, yeah, you're also correct. But if I run up to here, I can frag over to this position. Hopefully take out a drone, stop the suppression, and allow the flashbang to run up and get the other one. One issue of this plan is that if this frag doesn't actually take out this sectoid, then you're in a great deal of risk here. Is there a loss to roof class? No, these aren't real. We don't have to worry about that. They're shut. I mean, this is maybe my best bet. Because you may even be able to ignore these two and just frag this one. I don't know. I could just go up here and shoot down, but it doesn't free these two up, and it runs me out of ammo. I think the thing that's actually the biggest risk with this maneuver would be, one, you end up needing 2 grenades, but then I didn't have you anyway, so it doesn't matter. But 2 would be if for some reason I can't get the grenade. But I see no reason why that wouldn't work here, so I think we go with this plan. I think this is my move now. Double check our loss. Yeah, alright. Bounce on it, let's do it.
Okay.
What could go wrong? Alright. I probably should have been more worried I'd pull another pot over here, but... Okay, so I can actually go for the AP directly into the back when I have a lot more options now. Unfortunately, I cannot get the grenade here that I wanted, which... Okay, so it was a good thing for me to be worried about that. I can get it to this direction, but I think that's so far. There's a reasonable chance you don't get the drone. That's okay, though, because that is not the biggest issue. The biggest issue is you can't get it while also getting the sectoid. The sectoid is the main thing to hit there. And the whole point of this was to get the drone as well, I suppose, while clearing the suppression. So this is a bit of a failure in that sense. However, we can pull this frag. I don't know if it's worth it at this point, though. It does do damage when it's needed. I'm still kind of praying that there's some way I can magically get the grenade, but there just isn't because of how AP grenades work, because that is corner there as well. And these sectors are just too short, and that drone is just too high. Okay. So seeing that we can't do that, you had to get it on the wall, and I could have actually realized in advance with the elevation I need to hit that wall. Seeing that... Hey Jeff, how you doing? If I want to free up more people, I can nade there and then nade from Price. It may be my only choice now because I'm also not going to be able to get this guy, right? Oh no, you can. You can roll that down there. So do we want to just do it like this, which does leave us options. And then I guess you just reload these two as your move of them. It's not ideal, but it's something. It is an opportunity costed. You could also steady aim. Destroyer might fly up and shoot Shakir, but actually I was hoping for that if things went wrong, because that's better. The only thing to be worse is if the sectoids could see you somehow, that'd suck. And that'll be my big blunder here if I got that part wrong. How far are we looking here? Down on the pallets will be your best nade. Yeah, I think so too, Skymana. I think you got this as well. Well, let's see how well you've got this, because you need this to kill or we're in big problems. Beautiful toss. Beautiful toss. Very, very, very good. Very, 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 very good. I'd love any Overwatcher suppression here, but we don't have that. So I think it comes down to a reload on Stefani. And you're choosing between a steady aim or a reload on Price. If this drone flies over, a steady aim could be really nice there. More contact maybe on the way though, because it's kitchen, and so a reload is always in season. I'd say let's take a reload.
Reloading.
Now unfortunately I'm not guaranteed that that soldier there can survive. That drone has the capability. I'm working on my enunciation. To flank and kill that soldier. It's really just up to them if they want to go for it. Nice! Drone do what drone do, which is nothing there. Love it.
I got a lot of heat on me.
This is the thing that I learned as well, is you can... Definitely you want to worry about the worst case, but you don't have to think it'll definitely happen. It's happening now to Wong. Now it's just a follow-up on 36 in a row. Very good.
Fire over here.
You should plan for the worst, and I spent a very long time playing XCOM doing that. But Kitchen put the heat up to the point where I had to learn to just, you know, play it out as well. Plan for the worst, but also you can only do what you can do about it. Accept what you can do. And in this case, we get away with it with a little bit of dice rolls. Having a good campaign over long periods of time just means not pushing our luck any more than we need to. Now this is interesting. Speaking of not pushing my luck, don't move to here for that really cool roof flank, because then I will pull more mods. We're looking at 2 soldiers wounded. Only 1 is a flesh wound. Term means the wrong thing, I guess. What I mean to say is only 1 of them has gone beyond armor at this point, I believe. Which is you here. But Batal actually isn't wounded yet. Doesn't matter for us except in strategy, so it's not the biggest deal right now. I think pushing up to this position risks another activation, but it risks it in a good piece of terrain that I don't mind retreating out of next turn. Against sectoids I can get Mind Frayed, but again, play what we've got. And otherwise, my only other option is to really fall back and Overwatch trap the sectoids. My left flank is not secure, and the drone is still alive, so those are 2 things that make that not a good time. You can chuck a nade, but it's not a value one, so I'd rather avoid the nades, though. Maybe falling back is the better move here, because I can move both of my casualties right now. Let's see, you're gonna go... Assume the best move of you possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think you can get to here because of the diagonals. So I reckon I can just stack my casualties up along this corner. Maybe get 1 person in a nice Overwatch position, like Freeman. No ammo, shame. But Freeman go back to here, or... I mean, no, 1 can't make it. Shame. I don't want to take shots on them in the full cover, that's not a winning move. Shots in the half cover is more acceptable. But still not great to trade with sectoids like that. Because they have got the mental powers. Depends, can Stefani... If Stefani comes to here, Stefani can only see the back one but not the front one. That's a 2-on-1 advantage. This one will maneuver to here. If I take away targets from this side. And then we flank them next turn. From this position, that's actually safe from new activations. Killing the drone is necessary no matter what I do. But otherwise, I don't mind how that's looking. So first of all, who kills the drone? Second of all, where do we move afterwards? Ideally, the drone shouldn't be hard to kill. So ideally, the drone dies. Price to here. Stefani to here. You both start taking shots at the sectoid. You stay off here, here, and here. And you try to get someone on this corner as soon as you can, healed and reloaded. But I suppose you also need to leave someone here. Because you want to be ready to take that flank. No one's on my left flank yet. And so long as that continues, this is all fine. So you got to decide who is fragging the drone and what Shakir on the roof is doing. Maybe one and the same here. I mean, to shoot that drone, the problem is you've got to stay exposed to this sectoid, right? Is there any way to avoid that? Would be if we could get you to there, but otherwise, no. What a shame. Don't want to burn another frag. However, it may be quite tactically expedient here. The other thing I could do is move someone of decent health to this position. And it will allow taking out the drone, and then the sectoids can't fall off on me until they've moved to this spot. You can't get to here, only 1 can get to here and see me. So the goal would be to make sure you have above 5 health so you can't get crit out of cover. Can you make it back there, Shakir? It's a ranger. Should have gone Nigeria. Okay. That would have been my move. We can't have it. We can do a heal, though. Freeman can't reload. We can pistol. But instead, what we can do is have Batal move to this spot. Batal takes the shot. And Freeman comes to here and heals Batal. You, Wang, unfortunately, that's our only medkit. You're left having to play safe for the rest of the time. Prentice says it's not a safe corner, by the way. Yeah, none of this is safe, I know. Thank you for reminding me, to be clear. But I think that's my best bet. We just got to keep going to the best bets here. That's all we can ever do. In another sense, you get more healing on you. No, you get more value out of it on this person. This person goes back to not being one-shottable by a sectoid. This person doesn't. Also, it's better to shoot on Batal because you have grenades for your next action, whereas Wang has no follow-up if they haven't reloaded. These are the things I try to keep in mind and think of when I'm playing this game. Let's bring you to here, Batal.
Getting it done.
So it says, hey, that's sectoid. Yeah? You like doing that thing where you like recognize things and you shout them out in the cinema? Hey, that's Sectoid. Come here, Freeman. It's Sectoid. Yay, it's Sectoid! Yeah! Wow. Now, after all of that, I just realized this is not a sure thing. This could just miss. Nice. Thanks for making me look good. We do take the heal now to make sure that you don't get gatted. I think we want to wait until we've decided where Wang is going. Where is Wang going? Wang can be my flanker. Right now, no one's my flanker on the left side. Oh, no, that's you. That's you. So the other option would be to come and hunker Wang back here instead. I'd like to get the reload going. Just worried about the left, but I don't think the left is a big risk for me right now. I don't think this sectoid moves up to this corner. I just don't think they can make it. Maybe if they can climb over these drums, but it's not possible, right? No, you can't. It just says, where is Wang going, Jamel concerned? Hey, buddy, it's nice to see you again. Welcome back. I've missed your, unique humor. Welcome.
Alert.
Reloading should not open the door. I've never seen that happen, but just
New
to be safe, we go here.
2.00 donation from
Thanks,
Sector.
Sectoid.
It's me.
It's you! Round of applause for you.
Tree punk a nod donation from Sheckgood's Minfred cohort last night. But will keep it down everyone, he's bullet wants air to load. Watch fears everyone. A fuck emission have all deployed, I'm gonna be a burger for sure.
Aww, poor little baby. Thank you very much for your dollars. Thank you for your $2 and $3, everyone. Poor little baby Sexoid. I think especially because I've got you in the open there, I wanna stay close enough. Well, that's the thing though, if I fully break loss, the AI gets dumber. Maybe I should fully break loss. We could make some interesting moves here where one of us could go like all the way to here. We fully break loss, they lose their object permanence, run up, and I maybe get the flank 2 instead of 1, and there's no risk of being engaged at all. The only risk is if you might pull running around the front of the Blackhawk like this. You can run around in this direction. And then you could just run to this spot next time. And it doesn't risk the activation. Assuming you could get there, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Almost certainly could you get there, yeah. And that gets you the flank you want. Yeah, that's really what you want. So I'd say run back to here with you.
Posizione confermata.
Back to here with you, Price.
Affirmative. Moving out.
And we expect that this feint will end up in good ways for us. There's no pipe for them to climb up this roof that's nearby. So actually, I think it's less of a risk to Shakir, I don't know, just in case reloading here does open the door. Less of a risk to the squad, I should say, for Shakir to just like step back a little bit. Because this is where I'm planning to move you next turn. Next turn, the Sector's next move is Sector goes here. With Broken Loss, Sector may actually just go here. Oh, I see the problem I've made is that Sectoid can go to this spot. But they can still already go to here and shoot me, so never mind, that was planned. Yeah, I mean, they may go here, they may go here, they may go here. All of it gets flanked by this position. And then this Sectoid is just as an added bonus now. Could end up here. Could do nothing. Could go to here, could go to here. Is its medium move where it overwatches? I didn't really consider this spot, but no, it can't shoot you there, so that's okay. And in the best case, just dashes to here and gets flanked. Actually not flanked, but we can start working on grenading it. So I think, yeah, you just gotta worry about this position. Which, yeah, we could flank a view, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can come back like easily 2, just to be safer on the lip here. And you can reload.
Back in.
And Wang can reload.
Ready to rock.
And really the only big blunder here, I think, is if... This is calculated risk if these guys get shot out of half cover somehow, like get critted. The biggest flumble would be if somehow the Sector can make it to the corner and flank Wang. That would be my big fumble. Hopefully, I'm
This is going
not
to
wildly
hurt.
incorrect. That other pod is really close. I think they're on the other side of that door. I do want to block that doorway.
Quiet. Did you hear something?
Drogmeyer says it'd be really funny if the menu aliens just climb out the pipe. Actually, a really good point. I forgot that there's 2 more sectoids out there. Somewhere. That's a really good point. They may be maneuvering through the doors right now. That might be them there. But yeah, true. They could just be on the roof with me. That's a great point. Well, it's been working so far, but I would have got off the roof of Shakir if I'd thought of that. So these may be a pods, maybe the menu sectoids. We don't know. So it says, well, it won't be funny now. Thanks, Drogmeyer. Round of applause for Drogmeyer. Just Leo's antennas are thick. They're like bug antennae. Now, our old friend Tile Scanning is back and lets us know that the sectoids have chosen the most boring move that does me proud, and they have not moved at all. I think we've got one here. The other one just sat there, as far as I can tell, unless our buddy came up. Expect Overwatch here. This is, I think, too far for Overwatch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Possibly Overwatch, but I don't think my dementia has progressed that far yet. I'd say that's too far for an Overwatch. However, it isn't exactly an easy spot to flank. The situation is not considerably better there than it was before. That's right, left, yeah. None of them have got closer to flanking me, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're not quite able to flank yet. We can pull back more. There's no reason to head back into a big fight now. Except that pushing further left does mean I could open up left side activation. But there's still no good opportunities to take advantage of here, says Tile Scanning. So a little bit more tactical patience may be warranted. Overwatch from here. And maybe even from here. I don't know. I think from here you get spotted by this little jerk. Oh, they're not here. Tile Scanning was telling us a fib in that situation. So we don't know where this one is. Ooh, that might be them there. Or is that just the closest I am to moving? Never mind. There is the advanced tile scan cheat, but I resolved to never use that again, so we can't use that one. I'm using it right now. Oh yeah, I am. Anyway. Probably just maintain an Overwatch trap. You can might out here, that's problems. Maybe if the one over here isn't that close, maneuver to this position so you can maintain some kind of eyes on that. What is the movement on the soldier on the roof shows as manager? It's a good question. Let's ask the cheating we allow ourselves to do for some reason. Hey, there's the other one. Or one of the other ones. So we know where the other one is as well. Or at least where one other is. I have to keep changing my language there. We're in a little bit of a timer if I think the others are pushing through the building to get me. I can block this door, but it's actually not what I want. Because that'll just force them to go around the side. I want to pull these people back to the tank, I reckon. And allow them to come through the door, but intentionally, and ambush them here. That beautiful noise. This UI noise is scrumptious. Let's fall back along the tanks then. So Batal, you can return to here. Ah, that probably doesn't get you overwatched. I reckon you get away with that. And then Freeman, you will maybe move first so we can see what the left side over here is looking like. You move to here instead. Where do you want to end up here? You would like to end up Overwatch watching that door, I reckon. Yeah. Alright. So you want to get to here anyway. Wang, we bring you back a bit more, I think. Because you are too hurt. We want to bring you around to this position, but it's going to be next turn.
Affirmative.
New activation on the left. Thank you very much, merciful Poseidon. Appreciate that. You go next,
Good to
Batal.
go.
Whee! See, now that is a blunder. If that sector was on Overwatch, and it really should have been, I get punished for that. I was slightly cautious, but not cautious enough. I should have seen the potential that from this position specifically with the step out, that was an easy angle on me. Those are those long war instincts that go rusty when you stop playing. That was definitely a risk that I shouldn't have taken. Maybe reloaded? Possibly. They did both suppress. You're right. That's what saved me there, is that that's exactly what they would have done. You're correct. We'll bring Freeman to this position.
Getting it done.
As we know it's been cleared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think they can flank. I think they were here before. I don't know. Anyway, I think they can make that flank now, honestly. So it's good to get off this corner as well. I won't jump down here with Shakir as a result. I am concerned about the other two sectors coming up the roof. But I think I'll just, for now, I don't reckon they're here. Apparently I have loss. So I'll just come back to here, and that'll be my compromise for the moment. And it still allows really funny flanks. Besides, sectors generally don't go on the roof like that. They just don't typically like doing that.
Headed there now.
Monsieur says, would it have? He was only visible to the sector for one tile at a time. Yeah, but because it's the same move, and because we're moving in and out of that tile, it would count, I think. Now, there is no way to get you both engaging the same area, so yeah, you really just got to decide, do you want to have Stefani overwatching there, or coming back just to be safer? This does allow that flank that we're looking forward to.
Afirmativo.
I'm going to go up to here and overwatch. And then you can flank next turn. We're still waiting for, like, luring them into the kill zone. Overwatch of you.
Overwatch.
An overwatch from you.
Got it covered.
A reload.
Yeah.
A reload. And an overwatch. I think the most annoying thing that happens to me here is that they move up to the full cover. They'll move to that full cover and they'll just mind fray or do something annoying to me behind the tanks. And then I don't get a lot out of it. But they're being very stationary so far. I should get off that roof with Shakir. Yeah, they're just happy to chill, okay? I mean, if they're just going to hold that position, I would guess either, you know, A, they just don't want to move any further. That's fine, we figure it out, we have time. B, they're waiting because they have other allies still on the move. We see that these sectoids inside just barged through the next door. They're en route to this doorway now. Getting the maximum number of people overwatching that door would be my priority at this point. There's only so many you can really do here with these two spots. Technically, they can stack up and get a flank here, but I don't reckon they go for that. Just in case they do, I think I'll switch around who's watching where, though. So I'll bring Batal back. I want Batal on that leftmost corner. We might put Wang here at least for this turn.
On the move.
I know they're wounded, but it takes over the Overwatch in a way that I would like. Rebecca, you keep overwatching here for this turn. Shakira, I did say I'm getting you off the roof. I'm not certain looking at this more. I guess, yeah, because they can hit you on the reverse. It is really nice to be on this roof to get these flanks. It allows me to be dynamic in the future. And it'll be hard to get back up here if I don't. The trade-off I could make is I could keep running up to the center spine of the roof, checking it, and then running back. But it looks like it's visible anyway, in which case they may be able to just climb up and shoot me from there. So I think, I don't know, it is this risk thing of my intuition says I'm safe here, but my brain says logically I'm not. But long-war intuition tends to be more important than brain when you get used to this game, so I'm not sure. Maybe I just hold this spot. It might be worth just holding here. My gut says this is a good hold, even though I can see with my eyes this should be dangerous. So, it does allow you to be very flexible if we get flanked as well, I think. I think I come back one more tile.
There now.
And if the drone's gone, I just don't expect a sectoid to climb up there. We will see. We will see.
I feel, Commander.
A little bit of risk
I feel, Commander.
is what we shall see with here.
Got it covered.
On Overwatch.
Comfort zone. Ricevuto. Occhi aperti.
At this point, my expectation is that close door being burst through by the other two live sectoids, and that's our engagement. If what's coming towards us is actually a pod, that'll be harder to deal with. Let's find out. No, it's kitchen. Kill them. That's great. Kill their friend. Ah, see, now that has actually triggered the others to be like, oh, shoot. We were synced up with that. But now they're moving into my kill zone. Do I need to free up spaces? Can I free up spaces? No. You should have been closer to exploit this, I see now. A little too late, but we'll just take the shot. When it just works, you don't need backup plans. Something I have to remember, I get a little bit stuck in the whole, like, nothing will ever work, so have a billion backup plans. In a situation like that, though, you can just take the shot and find out. That's right, as Golfer says, just kill it. We're going to do the same thing here, but Freeman's going to start swapping over to take Wang's place. For optimization here. There was a lot of Overwatches there. Why was there 3? You didn't shoot off the roof, did you? No. It was you, Overwatch, that's why. So yeah, Batal comes to here. Okay, so you step off, Freeman, to here.
Heading out.
It's a little bit less cool to hold this corner now because the sectoid is more likely, well, reasonable odds at this point to not burst out through the door now that it's open, but actually just take the full cover and get a free shot on me. Smarter at this point, that probably goes for both of you, may become stepping off the corner, giving the sectoid a chance to step through, and then returning to take the flank. This position continues to be a good one because I don't think you can get shot like this, maybe, but at least it's only one tail, not both. And you've already made your move, so it doesn't really matter, it's a bit moot. So we'll do that, we won't go out there. There's only one to shoot as well, so Overwatch is really not as necessary. Issue then becomes Shakir can get reversed. So you need to bring Shakir more away so that the sector can't go to here, and then shoot upwards towards Shakir of a weird angle. That already shouldn't be possible, but let's just make sure of it.
I'm on it, Commander.
Playing fun games up there. It almost feels a bit absurd in XCOM Tactics, but then I think about the Arma session yesterday where I was watching all my rat allies jumping up on top of ceilings and roofs. We love going on rooftops. It's in our nature. We're like cats. Now, there may also be the potential for a flank here from Stefani. I could take a peek, but I'd rather let it come to me, I reckon. And I think what we just learned from that engagement is I'm not so worried about a sector getting to this spot. And I'm not really worried about jumping out and flanking them here, or I'd be taking that opportunity right now. Instead, I wished I had Stefani here to take another shot. So we'll bring Stefani back. To come from here instead, at the back of the helicopter.
Guardia, affermativo. Moving to Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Locked and loaded.
Reload. You need to step off the edge there.
Moving.
And we're
Back
gonna
online.
break loss. Breaking hypothetical future loss now. I guess the issue here is that you could get... The sector comes out to the Leo, shoots you. But they shouldn't be able to move that far and shoot. Another issue on my left. Oh goodness, who can see you? Okay, that's fine. Now, how many have I killed? There should be 2 live sectoids left, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's one buddy in here, though it could have just been this one the whole time. Is there a pipe over here to fear? Yes. I'm getting more and more worried about a flank from the side, and oh man. The problem is, there's a good chance this is another pod, but if it is the kitchen sectoid coming, well, you wouldn't want these 2 to be here. You really want to shift these 2 away. Because you don't want to go over there and find out, because then you pull another sectoid pod before you're ready. Now, amusingly, now that I've fallen back from here, they're starting to offer that flank. But that's okay, we can just keep moving around. We can just keep getting ready, you know? They're in half cover, but shooting into half cover here is like the last ditch of creative tactics here, I reckon. If I want to get off this angle, like I said, how do I do it this turn? You really can't do it this turn without finding where the other sectoid is, because if they're on Overwatch, they're going to mess you up. We can do a little bit of the old tile scanning favorite, and I think the other sectoid might be standing in that doorway, or it's a bugged door because of the death happening in the door there. Either way, it's probably well worth finding out.
Getting it done.
Okay, that's a bugged door now. That is a bank error in my favor, because that actually blocks that off as an entrance point. However, it's against me in terms of formation, because that would be why this sectoid, that was probably about to come through there, is now going around. This sectoid would have been about to follow, and then went, oh, I mean, you can think of it narratively. You can think of them going like, oh, that's a bad idea. So they're going to head this way now, and we can just about guarantee this sectoid is going to hit us from the left side. that increases the likelihood, increases the necessity, I should say, that we push these two to the right and shift our formation. Though in the other sense, if I trust it that much, I guess it means Batal could take the dumpsters. Depends how much I trust that, honestly. That the sectoids won't get through there, I suppose. I mean, I don't even have a loss through that door right now, so it really is bugged because of how the death happened while they were crossing the threshold. Like, I think I'm not even... Am I seeing loss? It's hard to tell. Maybe I am. Maybe that's loss. Maybe that is loss. Because that's not loss. Yeah, okay. I do have loss, just... It's hard to tell because it's also desaturated already. Once here says, potentially sack the rookie to take the win. Well, we try not to sack when we don't have to. We spend rookies, but we never waste them. Like scouts. I think we're going to back off from you. There's no reason to take this fight yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My move here would be positioning here. Price coming around the corner and reloading. They shouldn't get the flank yet, and I don't think we can afford to move with these two yet. But it is giving me scare. I think if you can't get off this position yet, you just bring Batal to be the first one shot if it has to happen. You bring Wang back to this spot, and Freeman goes on Overwatch here. Or you push to here and start hunkering. They can shoot you through these doors. I mean, you either get out of here or you hold the left flank. I think it's fine to shift our fighting to the left flank. You can't take this corner if they can shoot you through it, but you can... Well, that's off cover. You can take here. I don't know. I guess you just wrap up killing this sectoid, hopefully in the next round. And then you try to bring everyone over to deal with the left side instead. We're not running out there for that. I think Shakir, like, hangs on for one more turn. I want you to be close enough that you can move to this spot at least. So we bring you one to the left.
I'm on the move.
You're not in danger of being lost. Oh, you probably are because they can run to here. No, that's too far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think they could get to there. They could potentially go to there, but is that a shot on you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You're going to want to come back a little bit more. Let's come back to here, 2 tiles back forever.
Moving out.
And that should make it unlikely that you're going to get weirdly angled. Oh, I didn't check the back of that shipping container. Nah, it's fine. There's a reason I didn't. It's absurd. Major says, of course, both sectors might just be on the right. It is possible. I thought I heard Feetsies over here. But it is, of course, possible the other sector is just over here. I suppose I have kind of assumed this and ran with it as an assumption. You're correct. That may not be true. Let's just keep playing the shift around game for now.
That's affirmative.
Until there's a reason we can't. I guess the issue is they could Overwatch and we wouldn't know about it. We might get caught. But for now, I think it's my best bet. Batal, I'm going to move you to here. I cringe for that one just in case there was a pod down there. But there isn't, and that's good.
I'm on it, Commander.
Lang returns. Reload Price. Hunker Stefani in case we get assaulted in close there. We're going to Overwatch Freeman. And we're going to Overwatch Batal.
Roger, got my eyes on.
Yeah, it might be a different pod, Sky. Like, that's a pod, I think. I don't think you hear feet like that for an active alien. But it's also true we'd probably be getting audio cues. We can use, again, our best cheater friend, tile scanning, to tell what we can hear out here. And indeed, that gives us value. We see that the sector is going where we predicted. This may punish us if we take this flank, because there may be a pod out here. At this point, engagement is limited enough with what I've got left that it wouldn't be the biggest risk, though not ideal. It's a big payoff, and I don't think I have better options, because otherwise they're now within flank and kill me territory. Now, you don't want it to be your person of a frag, because you need that to be the follow-up. So you have Freeman come to the corner here. You take this flank shot. Oh, shit. No, wait, hang on. Double check the tiles. No, it's fine. That's just movement. This may activate. If this activates, what is my What do? I mean, Shakir immediately has to get off the roof. However, if this activates, I know where both live sectoids are, which means I can dash people away because Overwatch is no longer a factor. I may even just pop a flashbang here so we can get on with killing this one. Because they're just chilling, and they're also making this whole right side of the map a no-go for me. While I can flank it, I can't do it without potentially risking an Overwatch. Flashbangs are of limited effect in this mission otherwise. So a flashbang here to just get up and push and basically guarantee a flank kill next turn, that's probably my best bet. Let's start with this first. This motivates the most of what I'm going to end up doing here.
Got it covered. Multiple incoming hostiles.
Problems. No, not problems. Okay, they just called the pod line for the one we see. So here's our little sectoid gamer. Goodbye, round of applause. Round of applause for understanding what the sectoid was going to do. Was that a round of applause from me? I don't know. Don't listen to me, that was just a word said before considered. You do not have to give a round of applause to the person asking you for a round of applause. That's not how applause works. I'm sorry. Okay, now, we're gonna bring you to here, I think. So that we're ready to flank as well, without being exposed. First, we bring Price to this position. The absolute ego in this man, I know, he is the worst.
On the move.
This also lets us check if it's going to be an issue before it is. No extra pods, that's fine. Looks like I can still get to that tile, which is fine. They may run. We may catch them after they're flashed. Let's get the flashy out.
Sto movendo.
Hello, little friend. Say hello. They are less of a threat. It's like suppression in a can before we get suppression. Though it's not as good. Overwatch is one option here.
New
see.
5.00
Thank you to Beej.
donation from Da Beej.
Very kind, $5. Thank you so much.
Welcome back, Commander.
Thank you very much. It feels nice to be back. I feel composed in my lane and at peace. Thank you very much for the $5. That helps too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I reckon with the flashbang they may get to this position. I thought of that too, yeah. I gotta make that command. Even with a flashbang, this is a dangerous position. I think rather than shooting or anything, to avoid a balls out charge, and Sectoids do love to do that, I just go for a hunker. And they likely just dash to here, and then I maintain pace and I flank them. Let's hunker. For the rest of us, we no longer need to extract ourselves so scared from that situation over there. I would say let's put Wang back on Overwatch. Could be another pod in there. Okay, maybe not yet. We don't need to complicate this turn. We have eyes over here now, though, so it is fine to come to this spot.
I'm on it, Commander.
This guy says, can it sigh while flashed? No longer, I believe. I think in the old days, it didn't lower will, but I actually whined and asked Swift for a mod that changed that 1.5 to 2 years ago, and that was in the last campaign, and I'm amusing that I never really made much use of it after asking for it. But the idea was to make it so that flashbangs actually reduced will, so that their mental abilities were also lowered. That's not a vanilla thing. And I think Swift gave me that. Otherwise, it was just making it so more enemies were not immune to flashbangs, like every sectoid type enemy later. I can't remember which it was in the end, but I think it was will is lowered by flashes. So it says, you fucker. Swift, tell me what it really was. You were the one who's gonna remember. I'm pretty sure I installed it, right? It's a long time ago now. It's kind of crazy how long ago that was. I will not. Okay, well, it's just a fun little thing. We'll find out. Watch your own VODs. No one has that much time. Least of all me. There is the possibility it just sits there. But then I flank it from here anyway. I think you just hold there.
Scanning.
New 5.00 donation from Obedient Chatter. Clap, 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 clap.
Thank you so much for your incredibly kind and thunderous $5 donation.
I'm on it, sir.
Highly appreciated you, obedient chatter. Thank you. My favorite obedient chatter today. Thanks so much. Can we all clap for that, chatter? I agree. Well done, chatter. Sounds worse when I actually do it. What?
I'm all right.
I think they have sat still and shot. They get no good shot. Now is the time when there's the slight risk of pulling another pod while we do this, but we are going in. We're going deep and going hard, as they say. The only real risk here of fluffing this is if we pull another pod, I think. So we may be better off just, like, going for the big run. Maybe just flank with Stefani first, and if it fails, we can use a frag to guarantee it. Or we can just run in and guarantee it if we get enough damage. Here would make it less likely that I get counterflanked if I can't guarantee this shot, because otherwise I can't guarantee a kill if I get no damage. You don't get a range bonus from there, though, so it's kind of like setting yourself up to fail already. If we're being real, just a double point-blank charge is the safest move, because it makes it way less likely that I fail. So if we're being real, the move is to just run in the open and just do it twice. Because if I got spotted here, I would probably just fall back. And there's no one else live to get me, I think. So you would run to here, you would run to here, you both take shots, get aggressive. In the absolute worst case that this fails, your backup is that you have Shakir on the roof, who I suppose then maneuvers to get an overwatch when the sectoid runs. That could cause its own problems. So while it's a little bit backwards, I think what you want to do is you want to move to this position first, because if that reveals, then this is your scout to know that you shouldn't leave the Black Hawk yet. So this is the first move, to try and scout. This is the biggest brain use of our soldiers. You come to here for that overwatch on the kill you're about to take. Now you just go really aggressive. You get real aggro about this shit. And you hope that the rifle just gets it done. Being real. Perfect. That should be all kitchen contact dead if I've counted my chickens correctly. That was 1-2 dead here, 1-2 dead here, 5 dead drones, and the kitchen is done. Now that's taken me longer, let's be honest, than it should take me to kill 5 drones and 4 sectoids. But it is mission 1. We don't even have custom loadouts yet. It's 6 rookies. You know, to get through that with no one dead, let's take the win. Alright, because I think it took me 45 minutes to get started with all the picking the new continent bonus. Yeah, 10 minutes to start. We're at about an hour for that first fight. Hey, I mean, it could have been faster if I talked less. But it's a pretty successful firefight. And in the end, I don't think I took any injuries there that were from big mistakes, so much as I just got hit by drones rushing me, and I think I did the best that I could. Hey, Pill, how are you, Pill? What's up? So now that there's no more kitchen contact left, we can just start overwatching in the open, which is always a nice time to change things around, because it allows us to actually just wipe out the pods one by one. We're expecting 9 more enemies, a combination of sectors and drones. We get to decide which way we want to go now. Considering we can do standing in the open overwatch, doing it from the roof for height advantage is always an option. We could clear out one side of the map this way. I've never actually done it that way on this map before, I don't think. But I could, there's no reason I couldn't. It's not illegal. I could, like, do it over here. Right now we have the advantage of knowing that the left side is clear, which is nice. Safer would be doing it inside the warehouse. Especially because this door appears to be a no-go now. If I get in the warehouse from the left side and I leave that roller door closed, I can make this a fortress. So probably the way to go is don't push in the right side, because this was a hard fight already. We didn't like it. Let's not have that fight happen again. Let's get inside. I guess the problem is they can come around behind and shoot you even if they can't get in. But let's try to have contact in this direction even more then. We can put some people on the roof, but largely let's try to get inside the warehouse from here. We have an easy, as long as we clear that, an easy safe flank to play, unlike over here where it's a bit awkward with the, I always call it the Black Hawk, but no, it's definitely a Black Hawk. I was going to say it looks like kind of like a Lynx from the back. It's definitely a Black Hawk. It's just got a Euro tail. We haven't completed any yet, Conrad, but we just finished kitchen contact. Go here. You can flank that if you need to. You can always push this direction. You can go 6 in here, or you can go 4 and 2 as we need to push. I think that's the way we're going to go. So for right now, I'm going to hold the line of sight that I've gained in this position. I think I'll bring more soldiers over in this direction as well to advance it.
Heading to that location.
Ranger says, we're wrapping up the campaign. Yeah, sorry, you got here for the last mission. True. It's been a crazy campaign. One day, we've already played 114 missions. Temple ship looks different, but try not to pay attention to that.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Alright, you can keep covering for the minute for Price there. Just in case anything nasty comes along, I wanna be ready to deal with it, honestly.
Okay.
Stoop says, was Stoop's only 110 missions? No, that I forget because that's how much Jeff's only put up on the VOD channel, I think. Only 114 or something. I think it ended up being a lot more. Yeah, you're right. Spectator says, it's Temple Ship Rookie only challenge, starter gear 2, yeah. Right, overwatching.
Guardia, affermativo.
Overwatching. Get your reloads while you
Clear to
can.
go. On Overwatch.
On Overwatch.
Now, typically in Long War, when you get a bit of breathing room... Yeah, didn't even get to finish my sentence. That's typically when the next pod runs into you.
Shot failed to connect.
I mean, that's good. We call that pacing. That's a good thing. The bad thing here is that the sectoid's running back where I have to deal with them. The good news is that they're flanked right now. I can't really exploit that flank until the drone is dead. But otherwise, I may be able to move the half cover and shoot one. First things first, deal with the drone. That's small contact at least. The nice thing about the first mission is not only is it a small amount of contact, it's a small amount of contact per pod. 3 per pod is very doable. Or 4 and 5. With 3 there, it's going to be 3-3-3, I think, which is very, very doable. As long as we don't fluff up our engagement on this drone here, not looking bad. Count out the tiles here to see what's up, because they're in this position. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, step out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You don't want to be here, because then you're going to get... You're playing to their cover. You don't want that. Yes, this allows you to flank them. But without the drone dead, it's meaningless for this turn to take that risk. So instead, we want to try and get angles as we come back that can shoot the drone. That is where it gets awkward here, because you can't really get that from these positions. If you fall all the way back to here, you can get a decent next engagement where the drone flies to around this area, and you engage it at close range. It's not guaranteed still, though, and it does make, tank in a MOBA. It allows the drone to make space for the sectoids to then dash back to cover. Not something we want to allow, but I doubt we'll be given a choice here. These guys have no cover to move up to and shoot, so you don't have to really worry about being shot by anyone but the sectoid this turn, as long as we don't go to here, I think. But I've only got the one position that I could take here to shoot this drone. So it's not really a good look. I think my best bet just ends up being you have to engage it here. It's just how awkward the engagements are. If those boxes weren't there, you could do it from this cover, but it's just not going to work. Now we're going to get off the roof of you. You guys probably come all the way back. We get all guns on target, which is at least the advantage of this. And, you know, if the sectoids get up to the tanks, hey, it sucks, but I've got a big human brain. I'll figure it out one way or another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You probably don't get flanked here, but I'm not going to take that risk when it's not really that necessary. I will run past this door first to confirm that nothing's going to shoot me from that doorway, because that would suck. Like, are you going to jump down from there? No. Make it someone who's going to, like, run through there. Ooh, awkward. Okay, you just quite literally got to jump in front of the door to check it. But then you might be activating in a way that wasn't even necessary, but it's the only way to check. If you don't jump on that door, you have no idea if that's going to be a problem or not. Because otherwise, I have to dash there. I won't know till it's too late. So, it's a band-aid that needs to be ripped off. I suppose I could just not, but eh. I think it's unlikely we hit contact in there. I haven't been hearing it. I mean, just rip the band off, yeah. Rip the band-aid off. I close my eyes. But it's apparently okay. Maybe I should have gone on the middle tile. I still don't really trust what I'm seeing there. But I'm gonna have to. Well, that's not true, I didn't have to, but still. Yeah, it looks fine. My ears also told me we were okay in there. It's like I was talking about before. You get into that one of those situations where it's like, maybe we're being too paranoid in that situation.
Got it. Moving.
That's why I made the move. Now we take the tank. Shakir can come to Shahir. You can get Wang to this position as well. It's one of the safer spots for you. This is the safest at the moment this turn. Freeman can return to this position. Freeman can also come here to shoot. So can you guys. Alright, yeah, get Freeman to here. Wang return to here.
Roger that.
Oh, and hang on, don't block, because Batal's gonna go to these spots. Almost messed that up hugely. Batal will go to there and overwatch. Shakir will move to here. And then Freeman returns to this spot. If you want to maintain Broken Loss, you go to here. Can you actually see me there right now? Yeah, okay. So if I want to break Loss, and of course we do, it is the key to all things good, we go to here.
Solid copy, Commander.
I actually didn't check if this would break Loss. It will. Yeah, that was the original problem.
I'm on it, Commander. Headed there now.
Take your positions. With only 2 shots in the chamber, I'm not sure an Overwatch helps us very much here. A reload may be more efficient.
Ready to
Or a hunker could have been good. The die is cast now. %. It'll definitely miss. We have better engagement angles down this alley, but we're still unable to take the tank for cover until that drone is killed because of its capability to just assault us through there. We can see that the one sector has moved up, but maybe not the other. Might be here, we don't know. So this leaves us with options still. The ball is still in our court. The risk is we're giving up ground to them. But we have grenades, so that's not the worst thing in the world. I think ideal engagement here is that we shoot the drone while avoiding line of sight of the sectoid, and that is quite capable here. But we need to take longer shots first. We need some damage that convinces me it's going to be a safe enough risk to put someone with health close enough they can be flanked by the drone, you know? So I think Price comes to here, and we take that shot first, or whoever doesn't need to reload, I suppose. Freeman comes to here, because then we can reload someone else, and that's more efficient with our time. I don't think I want to end up in range of the sector no matter what, so, or in loss of the sector no matter what. So we bring Freeman to here, and we take a 35. We're fishing. When you go fishing, you need patience. Likely, without the damage hitting there, we're just going to keep letting them come. I suppose I could commit to another grenade. Contact is quite limited, and I do have a few left. You could put Shakir here, and then you could have Batal, nade, and that's getting better. But it's not getting good. It's still not good. It does allow the sector to just move over. Bad at that enunciation still. Does allow the sectoid to move over. The better option, especially because I can nade the sectoids, is to just fall back and be patient. The thing I don't like here is that Freeman is already committed to being in range of the sectoid, I think. Let's measure that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, the sectoid can still do the same thing here. Just move up to here and hit Freeman. So I've really already committed to this fight. I think we just commit harder then. I think if anyone's going to cover this left side, let's make it Wang.
Understood, sir.
Watch what's going on over there, but nothing yet. That's good. Now we just commit to this. That is really what I've left us as an option.
Alert.
I suppose the downside is I could be against 2 sectoids this
New
way.
2.00 donation from Doal Donny Sector.
Donny Sectoid!
Xituno am coming.
Thank you so much. Round of applause for Donny Sectoid. Thank you very much. This could go very wrong, but it could go so right. Let's see if this grenade can be followed up on successfully.
That's affirmative.
And then let's see if you can move to there. Okay, so the first move we make, I think lead with the AP grenade. And why do we lead with the AP, Beagle? Because you're still going to take this shot either way, aren't you? You know you are. Well, maybe not. If it only does 1 damage, I probably wouldn't go for the kill shot, and I would instead just stay here out of range of the sector that little bit more and Overwatch. Go ahead and chuck it then. Drones are really my biggest issue in March. I think it's fine with how the mission's gone so far to expend another grenade here for this. Frag out. Hey, big 4 damage for a good boy. So, I think I don't commit based off that. Really, Freeman committing at all, in hindsight, is feeling like a bad move at this point. I can move to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think they flank you though. Yeah, I mean that's rough. The advantage of committing here is that I can throw another grenade, and I can get more shots out. But I think you are doubling down on a bad move here. The thing I could do is commit the Overwatch to be right above us. They have line of sight, though. They'll know. But it also allows us to flank in a second. And you both have the same amount of health, so you may as well. I mean, hell, Batal has a grenade. It's better if Shakir gets shot. No offense to Shakir. Go to there, you've got flank coverage as well.
I'm rolling.
Could get Overwatch, but we saw that the other one wasn't close enough, so we know we won't. Price does not move up to that position, but if someone's reloaded, they can move up to here. And next turn, they can be more useful in that scenario.
Si, signore.
We're just priming for that next turn, and we have to do the gun rush on the drone. It may even, rather than reloading Price right here, because these two have ammo already, may actually be worth just running Price up to... No, because hasn't got enough health, she can actually get killed. So Price has to stay here. She can move to this dumpster next turn or frag. Those are her options. Reload. Overwatch with Shakir, and that may even convince the drone to stay back.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
And you have to decide, are you leaving Wang on Overwatch or hunkering? I don't think this sector can get to there, but I could be wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they maybe could. We might want to back off Wang instead. I don't think he does anything good for us in that spot, except risking his own death. We're going to see where both the sectoids are, because we're going to see a mind merge come out. So you've got one back at this position, it looks like, now. And you know wherever that one moves. Okay, now you know how many Overwatches you're dealing with. Suppression again. They're not feeling the mental powers today. Works for me. Drone goes for the flank that, quite frankly, they are owed. They shall be collecting their blood. But they shouldn't get a kill. Yeah. That is a proper wound. But that is why we position the people with the most health up there. Now it's very important to finish this fucker off. And then we probably just allow the sectoids to... Yeah, I mean, Freeman can get a little Mind Fray as a treat. Ranger says, March sectoids don't get Mind Fray? They should. I thought they did. Batal at this point no longer wants to be in this position, being honest. If I push out to here, what are you going to do? Not Mind Merge again? We're already in range of 1. I mean, if they're just going to keep doing this cooperative play. It limits the amount of output they're putting against me heavily, and I can probably just bring guns to bear and get a bit more aggressive in posture here anyway. So maybe I do commit here. Actually, gets more people on the field. I think with that in mind, Price is going to move up and take a very close-range shot on the drone, and that hopefully gets it done. I gotta look for grenades here. Who has the only grenade? Price. That grenade may end up being the only way we can guarantee no kill on me, so we don't move Price first. I see now for that reason. We could fish with a distance shot with Wang. I do not think... I keep saying they can't do it. No, they can still get to that corner. That hasn't changed. That's just Beagle lacking object permanence in the end. Stefani can just take the shot from here then, with the carbine. It's worse of a carbine because it might hit but not do enough damage, but that's okay. It wouldn't have killed anyway. We still need follow-up, and that's still a good reason to have that... who's the what's it? Have that, he knows the words. Grenade! Have that grenade ready. Speaking of having that grenade ready, maybe pull the Tom back. You're gonna stay there and engage in half cover. You're moving to there, you're moving to there. Okay, you don't need to move back, you just need to shoot. The only reason you might need to move back is if the grenade was gonna hit you, and we checked and it wasn't. Or if you're worried that you're not gonna get the kill even with the grenade, in which case you wanna have the best shooter up front. I'm not reasonably worried about that here. The bigger risk to me is not taking close percentage shots. Yeah.
Damn it, missed the target.
Yeah, it does suck though. Okay, now if I move to the corner, now I think I need an AP grenade before I move to that corner. Drones being what they are, it's looking like that will end up being our best bet if I want to still have the option of running you up and rifling if this fails, to cover the other person with your body. So it'll come down to you, Price, of another frag grenade. I'm lucky I roll all these AP grenades, I suppose, because I've needed every single one of them. Let's hope that this goes nicely and just kills this drone for us. Very good. Shark Rights. They have Mind Merge and Mind Goblin at the moment. What's Mind Goblin? Ban Shark Apologist if they complete the joke. Ban them for a week if they finish it. Okay. Now we can take the left and start flanking. Not really, but next turn I'd say we could make a flank. Tango Dash 1 says nothing. What's Mind Goblin of you? Good one. Got me. Carlo. It's psionic. I love that shit. So yeah, Shakir's can start flanking. Maybe a little bit better to just get shots out in this situation, though I think maintain fire superiority first.
I'm rolling.
Before we worry about getting fancy. We'll take a 33% on the back sectoid. Oh, bueno.
Miss.
You can reload, Freeman, or you can steady. I don't mind them moving up on me. I think that's helpful to me, so I'd actually prefer a steady. Yeah, the only other thing would be a reload, but in this case, let's steady. Although this is 3-hour perspective on XCOM 2 drop yesterday. I know what I'm watching tomorrow. Oh yeah, from Grand Dust Games or something? I don't watch that channel, but I think I saw that recommended to me as well. Okay, and then Wang. I still think Wang doesn't really want to move up here. I guess you can move to here, Wang, and that should be fine. They're not going to flank you there, just in this position. So Wang can come to here.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Yeah, I mean, them pushing me should be good for me unless I miss something. I mean, they get closer range shots. That was the downside there, but I get away with it. Also, they can obviously switch up their tactics and not keep doing the mine combo. So there was definitely a way I got punished there for my aggression, but it doesn't happen. So I'm feeling pretty good. I don't have the flank ready over here, but I mean, you just go up the middle now. You don't need to flank around, you can just, like, charge. And we can get that with Stefani. It doesn't deal with the distance suppression, but this does. And then we can double flank right? No, actually can't. Interesting. Okay, I don't really want to do that as much then. You can do something completely different here, where you send someone on the far flank and just overwatch this fucker. That's typically gonna work just fine. Not really, Garfor, I don't think so. You just reminded me I'm hungry again. We have a steady aim here again. This expires when I overwatch, I believe, so you may as well open with this shot. This could change everything. It could change nothing.
Adjusting sights.
I misspoke, folks. It could change nothing. Probably have Price flank and have these two overwatch. I doubt the sectoid charges into us. It's not really what they like to do. Unlike the beautiful Superior game Menace, these sectoids will not pick who goes first based on what they can handle. They'll just go generally in the same order with XCOM games. That's kind of you, Garbo. Thank you. Round of applause for your consideration. Didn't work, sorry. So this is the first one that should go, which should prevent them from suppressing or mindframing me before I get rid of my Overwatch before they run. And we can start to move around on this flank now that they're not close enough to complete it more next turn. Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, actually, you could bring up Price, who has the more damaging gun. You could send Stefani on the flank, which makes better use of the worst gun in this situation. So you'll bring Stefani around, you'll flank one of them at a time. Stefani could, I suppose, move to here and cover, but no, you're going to do Overwatch anyway. So yeah, run over here, Stefani. Yeah, Plasma Stream is splitting in half. Are you seeing that? That's wild. Price to here with one rifle. Okay, Batal, who has done such a good job. Good job, Batal. You can come to here. I could get two Overwatches in this position if I am worried about them pushing me. I don't know, I feel like I'm not. I just don't think that's a move the sectoids ever make there. Oh, one thing I forgot here too is Shakir cannot Overwatch. I'm only getting one Overwatch out of this, and I should have considered that, because unless I flash the rear... Maybe it's worth flashing the rear. If you flash both of them, yeah. Flash both of them, that's going to end up being better. You'll get two Overwatches, and you'll make them much less dangerous against yourself anyway. Still not so much that I would have been willing to take this flank, because it's just so exposed to that back sectoid covering. But enough that I'm, you know, sitting much happier in general here. Overwatch. Overwatch. I think you can come to here, Wang. Or you can come to here and Overwatch.
Moving there now, sir.
66 and 59. Preemptive round of applause. For missing.
Enemy is still alive. My weapon's bent.
They run to the side. Good thing they're flashed because they're about to... reload, that's fine. 1% on Shakir, so we're fine, of course. Issue is Shakir is out of ammo. Shakir would have been the best person to take that flank next. So they're playing the chess game here, and they're getting away with it a bit. But I think this is getting to the point where worrying too much about bad luck, just like back here, is really missing the point that it's time. It's time to just get in there and take my advantages and, you know, win. Now it's winning time. If you go to here, this sector will be unflashed, and they likely move to this position. And that's very bad. So I think you actually... Oh no, but you need to go to the flank. Awkward. We're gonna need a lot of Overwatch cover there. But again, I think it's nut up or shut up time. I guess it's just a question, if you go to here, it's less likely the sector moves to here. Because then they're like, I'm flanked too, whereas here, if you're here, they're like, oh, I'm good. The downside, of course, is that the sectoid just backs to these drums or these ones and just shoots you in half cover with a better shot. But that is a less of a risk than I see it being far more likely here. We fail to... kill both. We may still end up killing both, though, to be clear. Ideally, Stefani kills this one and y'all kill this one. And maybe if I get Shakir out of the way here, Batal could just come up and do that, but Batal is at risk themselves. But again, it's about just getting it done at this point. I think you go for it. I think you move Shakir here, and you pistol this sectoid, and then Batal follows and you rifle, and then Price follows, and is hopefully just overwatching this sectoid. Stefani comes to here or here, and shoots that one. We overwatch the runner, and that is the turn. That's our best bet here, I reckon. Let's execute on it.
Headed there now.
No extra pod, which is really what would have waved me off from this plan at this point. Pistol. Kind of wild I led with a pistol there, I just realized. Sorry, a little bit all in on the aggression there. I should have just led with Batal. There was no way that was going to kill, so it didn't make sense to lead with that.
Getting it done.
Batal comes in now. Now we are putting meat on the table at this point. We can use the pistol now at least, because we know it's our best bet and saves the most effective ammo. Same odds. Same damage, no chance to fail. Damage-wise, that is. They're double, well, quadruple, septuple tapped there by the pistol. Now you bring in Stefani to try and finish off this little fucker. This is the safest position if you're afraid of failure, because now the sector doesn't feel like they can go to this spot. But at this point, the sectoid has so many angles where if they want to get crazy, they can just kill someone anyway, that I would go for the closest percentage shot. That is actually the lowest risk here. It might activate number 4, but we get away with it. Luck is decently on my side here. Not as much there, because now that sectoid is a live threat. Hey, what are you doing, child? Hey, come here. Come here, child. Come here. Oh, you've got a biscuit in your mouth. You already grabbed one. You're so cute. Go out, though. I gotta shut the door. Actually, go. Sorry, my, not a human child. My cat child came in. I had to carry her out. Alright. No flanks. Oh, there is a flank. It's hairy. Sectoid may just spitefully shoot you on the way out. I think Overwatch becomes your best move here for the percentages. Though again, I mean, the sectoid may spitefully just choose to go to here, but Overwatch is better still in that situation. If they move, they can flank you. So don't go out of cover, because that actually ends up being worse in a lot of these cases. Yeah, you're just trying to prevent them from shooting after running. That's all you can really do now, I think.
Copy that.
Sisters, they're called pets? Not to me, but we've had that discussion. I feel bad now if I call them pets. That part of me has worsened, Swift. That part has deepened. Do you bring Wang to here? Perhaps because this is already the person at the most risk. This gives you a better percentage shots. Better angles, perhaps. Yeah, you don't even have an angle there. Alright, yeah, so you've got to bring Wang to here. I mean, problem is, they can get away from every Overwatch here. But then they can only shoot a person of 5 health, so it's still better, I think. Yeah, I know, Swift, yeah. Well, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? What can you really do about that? At the end of the day, nothing. Nothing can be done, of course. I think from this spot, I'm not sure if you maintain loss. Looks like you do, according to the game. So I guess take what the game is giving. The house creature, says Molly. Oh my goodness. Maybe Overwatch. Overwatch. And just Overwatch. Unlikely that Freeman's ever plays out, but this is the only contact I'm worried about at the moment. Let's see what happens.
They're trying to pull back.
Yeah, they're gonna escape most of that Overwatch. 34 from Wang. Very nicely done. Legitimate round of applause for Wang. Good 34%. That's second contact down. Waving the hand in front of my face for ceasefire. We're done. Okay. There's 6 more aliens. Missions are hard, man. Even about the kitchen, even just getting into it at this point. 2 sectoids, 1 drone. Maybe I just get worse at this game as I age, but maybe I just forget how intense the first mission can be if you don't want to lose a rookie. Maybe it's just that this map is a little tricky, especially as your first one, and maybe it's a combination of all of it. Issue here is that we've taken quite a few wounds. Because now Batal's been hit down by that drone, we have only the 1 medkit we rolled. But, you know, we play on. One less pod, so there's only 2 more left to run into. I think with my strengths and weaknesses here, I've expended all grenades is another issue. We're all about shooting now. So trapping a pod by Overwatch is looking really, really good. I think going on the roof now, especially because I've cleared out this left side, intuition-wise, generally pods aren't stacked next to each other too much. I think intuition-wise, the other pods are likely over here. We haven't really heard them either. And Branchar has preempted what I'm going to say. Yeah, I think Overwatch camping the rooftop, like discussed earlier, that's now our best bet. We're likely going to see the classic tank traps back and forth between the tanks, and we may be able to deal with that with some rooftop shit going on. And then we can still jump right down, open this roller door, which, let's be honest, we would have done anyway, and fight from there. Ranger says, dominate the Xeno life. That's right. Xeno life forms obliterated. Hey, this wasn't a pipe, by the way. I misidentified this. This is just part of the everything. So I was never at risk of being climbed up on from there. Only from here. Let's return to the right side and go up the pipe then.
On the move.
Peanut says, are we sure these are Xenos and not just Lost cosplayers? Now look, I never finished Lost. So I don't know if your joke makes no sense, or if I just didn't watch enough Lost.
On my way.
Because it sounds like you're saying that
Moving out.
at some point in Lost, sectoids appear.
Moving out.
Did anyone finish Lost as Hollow? Well, I didn't watch it when it came out either. I only started watching it with Jam, on her recommendation, on her decision, later on. Like, you know, 6 or 7 years ago. But no, we did not finish Lost. That's the smoke monster. Molly says, maybe they meant cosplayers who are lost. Not people cosplaying the show Lost. I don't know why I didn't clock that. My brain is worsening. You're right. You're absolutely correct. Reload.
Bang.
I don't know why I jumped to the TV show.
We're green to go. Oh yeah, ready to rock.
Bing bang, rack tap bang. Which one is the correct one? There's one is wrong, one is right. They say it wrong in this game. I think they say tap rack bang in this game, which is the wrong order. I remember reading it's meant to be rack tap bang. But this guy speaking to you right now isn't American enough to know that second nature, unfortunately. The correct operation of firearms. Let's move Price upstairs. I know there are some Americans in my chat, though.
On the move.
At least one of you, I think, is enthusiastic about firearms enough to know. Though maybe that was yesterday's armor crowd instead. Or the menace crowd.
I'm on it, Commander.
Lloydie Boy says Rack Tap Bang is an operator porn name. Extremely witty, Lloydie. I'm always impressed by you. Camilla says about what? Is the right order Tap Rack Bang or Rack Tap Bang? For how you operate a firearm. One of them is the wrong order, and they say it the wrong way in this game. I'm only going off what I remember, and I feel like in this game they say Tap Rack Bang. So I think Rack Tap Bang is correct. I actually can't remember what the rack and tap order is for. Because I forget if it's about a reload or if it's about clearing a malfunction. In this game they use it for a reload. Camel says tap first. Yeah. That's why I thought it was tap rack bang, because I know they say it wrong in this game. And I think what I just said was they say rack tap bang in this game, because it sounds cooler.
On my way.
Tap magazine, rack bolt. Right, and it's clearing a malfunction, right? It's not for reloading. Or is it you put the magazine in, you tap it underneath, and then you rack, and then you shoot? Maybe it is for reloading. I guess either way.
Let's rock.
Camel says it's for clearing malfunctions. There you go. Sorry, there's probably about 300 people here who don't care, sorry. But I cared, and I appreciate the answers. Thank you.
Overwatch. Got it covered.
Sorry, this isn't the Menace
Good
streams.
to go.
This is not the audience that cares about finished armored fighting vehicles and such.
I don't think we're alone out here.
Okay. Molly says, I'm never going to complain about learning something new. I feel like I could. I feel like that's a challenge I could take. Okay, let's go. I'm too busy thinking about being funny and saying things and not being annoying. Not busy enough focusing on... I just got a sound cue and I don't know from where. We're going to step up a
I'm on the move.
little bit. I think it was over here, but I want to be sure. We'll step up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Mi muevo.
And we're just going to wait till we get the sound cue again.
Moving.
Nothing wrong with that. You know, there's no meld on this
I'm on
mission,
the
and
move.
let's be real, if there was,
Heading
it's
there now.
long dead.
I'm on it, sir.
Roger. I've got my eyes on. Scansione in corso. Eyes peeled, Commander. Overwatch. I'm on it.
They says, did you know there's a meow in homeowner? Now you know. Oh, I like that. I love cats. Homeowner. Ooh, it's gonna change the way I say it. Uh-oh.
Heading to that location.
Homeowner. I like it
I'm
though.
on it, Commander.
That's made my life better, thanks.
Vado.
A word that was extremely boring has now become fun for me to say.
I'm on it, Commander.
Homeowner. Gives me another tool to annoy people as well. This is a great day for me. Thank you.
Solid copy.
Shark says there's an Awu and co-worker. I don't mind that either, that's a good one.
On Overwatch. I'm peeled, Commander.
When you're doing, speaking of learning new things, when you're changing the camera angle like that, it waits until you're finished. But yeah, gut instinct was correct, they are in that direction. We'll continue to creep
Heading
tile
there
by
now.
tile in that direction to get our loss and get our fun times over here.
I'm rolling. Wilco. Mi dirigo la ora.
Maybe I should shift more to the right.
Okay.
In the game, tactically, I mean. Because otherwise,
Roger that.
my issue's going to be that I'll pull 2 pods at once. I probably want to be in a 3x3 rather than a 1x6.
Overwatch. Got it covered.
2x3, sorry.
Overwatch. Aye,
Pig says Proto Menace, nice. Yeah, you know, going old school, Pig. Back before Menace.
aye. Heading there now.
Back before Menace changed everything. That's definitely the
I'm
theme
rolling.
of the stream.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Understood, sir.
Vado. Got it covered.
Yeah, for those of you
I'm on it.
who haven't seen this game before, this is how they designed turn-based tactics games before Menace, you know, improved everything, of course. This is the wrong crowd to play that to. I don't know why. I don't know who that joke's for. Like, me, I suppose?
On the move.
Typically, as a streamer, don't make jokes for yourself.
On the move.
To risk just kind of like
Okay.
making everyone else, you know, like it's not a big deal, but making everyone else listening to you like you like 1% less, 0.5%, like that adds up. Unfortunately, making someone dislike you 1% less once is a rounding error in human emotion. Making someone like you 1% less 5 times an hour, or at least once a weekend, is called being a streamer, and that is something to avoid whenever we
I'm on
can.
the move. Moving out. Mi muevo.
Here.
Rolling.
I'm on the move.
Bloody says he's talking about feelings and math. I'm out. I know you just drive.
Okay. I'm on it. I got my eyes.
Tamara says I make people like me 1% less every time I open my mouth. I do not believe that is true for me to you, but I also feel that for myself, so... For myself, when I open my mouth. But I think the secret for us then, Tam, if we feel that way, we have to find ways to reverse it.
On the move.
We then have to find ways to make people... This is like half a bit, don't listen to me.
Moving.
This is like, you know, I've got to make people like me 1% more to like offset it, right? It is horrible. This should not be taken seriously beyond
Understood, sir.
random comedic thoughts, because otherwise I'm just saying, hey, relationships are transactional. And some of them are, though. Look, I mean, okay, like, I don't want to lie to anyone. Maybe we just shouldn't talk about this. I'm realizing now.
Heading to that location.
Ah! Fucking! Sorry. Okay. Anyway, the point is, Tam, you're not like that to me. I scared myself, because I was too busy thinking about, social dynamics of the world. And now there's 3 sectoids. 5.9 says this is transactional. Subscribe for 140 months. Thank you so much, 5.9. I appreciate that. Oh, Tam, if you want to do more helicopter practice with me, by the way, do let me know. I enjoyed that last time. I'd like to do more Little Bird stuff with you, or Killhouse, or whatever. We're gonna do that MMG team sometime too, Tam. You set people up for a jump scare? You kind of did. I set myself up for it through you, I suppose. You don't take the blame there. You don't take the fault. Now, I'm still a bit scatterbrained. Which way did they run? One was here, one was here, but where did the third one go? Doesn't really matter because I'm not fighting them there. I could. I have the opportunity right now to dash to these crates and try to exploit them down the alleys, but I think the loss range is not good for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, they can just like sit here and shoot you. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They can shoot you. So you don't want to go there, you'll just get caught in the no man's land. It's horrible. Oh, that's whack, Tam. Spawns in the ocean, that's whack. Weird. You spawn in it by clicking on the map? That's so odd. I'll help you with that. DM me so I can help you with that if you haven't figured it out in a second. When I get up to get my lunch. That's really weird, yeah. You should use the editor too. The editor's a really easy way to do what you're doing as well. I recommend the editor a lot. Must be a Navy helicopter, says Shores. Okay, round of applause for you. But not long, we gotta move on. So, point is we're not fighting there. I haven't got much contact left, so I could consume the roller door here as a funny little ambush, but most likely to just come through here. It may just be that we get off the roof. Kind of a long run for that, but I couldn't really get there in time. If they come in through these doors, I will already, I'll barely be here. I don't want to go all the way back to here because it just gives up all my ground. Hey, Capitalism, thanks for the $2.
$0 donation from Capitalism.
Thank you.
Soup.
Soup! I'm hungry. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. And if I go to the left, I activate more. This is a surprisingly, because of this back door being busted, a surprisingly awkward position to make contact in, I'm just realizing now. Of course, if any of them have flanked themselves, maybe I can just, like, kill them? Crazy idea. Did any of them flank themselves? I think one of them might have. I feel like that may be a flank position there. It seems like if I was as good at this game, I'd expect them to have ran there, but I don't really see it. So maybe not. Maybe they went to here instead. I don't know, maybe? Wait, isn't this the version of tile scanning I'm not meant to use? Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm forgetting what kind of cheats I'm allowed. That's the one I decided was too powerful. Price can jump down here. But we probably activate the other pod. Pieces, the roof and no cover not working out so well. Very much like XCOM 2 Hard Commander is how I read that. It's not ideal, but I think our best bet is just the warehouse fight. Oh yeah, when we get it, Peanut. When we get it. Because there just really isn't a better option here. So I'd say we just go running back to this door and we just get it done as quickly as we can, to be honest.
Roger that.
Oh well, Oh well. Sometimes the plan doesn't play out. Sometimes you run into a stationary pod of sectoids.
Running.
And you can't really get the Overwatch trap you wanted. Sometimes...
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Listen, sometimes life throws you curveballs. Okay?
Already there.
And what can you do when life throws you a curveball? Does anybody know?
Heading there now.
I don't. I'm asking. All the solutions I found kind of suck, honestly. Might you Overwatch in the next pod? We can pray. Cobalt White says, take the strike and wait for a better pitch to swing at. How much do you love baseball? Let's get in there with Stefani. I should still be able to get in here before Overwatch becomes an issue, I think. Hello? Yeah, I mean, they're still just hanging out there.
What's making that noise?
Sectoids. As a veteran of XCOM, I can tell you, sectoids are making that noise. Don't you worry about that, I'm well aware. This is an acceptable position, but I don't love it. Where else can we go that's better? You gotta leave some of the full covers for the people with shit health. Let they be the ones who are most protected. I like this spot from Freeman, doesn't that look good?
Got it. Moving.
Freeman, why don't you dash there, and as long as there's not a pod hiding between these two containers... That's lovely. I think it's an acceptable risk for the gain in speed. This spot's looking better now that I see how few spots I really have to work with here.
Moving out.
Because I have to put my others in safety positions. Doesn't see the front door anyway, so it's quite alright. For our weaker gamers, our ones plagued by sickness, the sickness of being shot by plasma, let's put them in the safest full covers possible in reserve.
On the move.
Shakir, I will say you keep running.
Yes, sir.
And let's have Stefani move up. There we go. Now we'll get some eyes on where these sectoids have gone thanks to the mine merge. I hear their feetsies. They're close. Ah, there's the other pod. That is frightening. I am being flanked. You want to know how I could lose this mission against a paltry 6 sectoids? Getting flanked by that pod. Very bad. It encourages me to want to push more aggressively here. We know that one of them is cut off. The issue is that we don't really have a lot of options to push this solo one beyond a kamikaze flank. I can walk up and just shoot through the door point blank like that. But it really doesn't end up well. Honestly, maybe look at this the other way around. Just pull Freeman away from the left side. Oh, that'd be such a nice corner to hold, too. I mean, it's not hunt mode. That pod shouldn't be attracted just because I'm fighting, I think. If I'm not worried about another sector coming around this way and I can tile scan it. If I get in this flanking position, is it visible from that door? No. But it would be visible from here. But we can checkmate this. The idea is to checkmate. We want to have it so that no matter what happens here, this doesn't turn into a long slog and we can kind of just like get it done. You might even hunker Freeman here to facilitate that. Right now she's the only one who can see, so move others first. But what we'll do likely is Freeman hunkers in this position, waiting to ambush and not being visible to this danger. Stefani! She comes to here, she is exposed. Well, not exposed, but she can be shot from the other side of the door. We don't want to leave these as positions that the aliens can use. We want these positions to ambush them from. Our sick little gamers here need to keep moving to safe positions. You can't be seen from there now. I'd like to think that'll be the same if they shift to the other side of the door. I don't seem to have lost there because of... I don't know, we assume this. So you stay there. I mean, it's also working for Wang. It's also working for Wang. Price can go to this spot. Actually, we can start setting up over here. Okay, Wang comes to here. Price can take this spot. That's too close for Stefani. That's a big risk. But you can go to there. Okay, I see the way to go. I think. 1, 2. Wang moves to here. Move to there. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bop. Where do you go? You're the last one, Shakir. Shakir? If I was being extra careful, maybe Shakir holds the exterior in case I get pushed by the other pod. I'm not sure I even have room for more guns in here right now. You probably don't want to hold on the corner though, because if you do that, you might be the reason they activate. Alright. Let's go ahead and get Freeman in the flanking position.
Got it
Go and
covered.
activate the Everpod, please. Nice. This should stay simplish. And I'm lucky that I dashed into place fast enough to see this coming, too. This would have been nasty if I hadn't. Wang to the right.
I'm on it, Commander.
Price. Yeah, this is a worse position for right now, but... maybe put Batal over on the right. It's the least... It's a position of the worst exposure. And then maybe just have... Price Overwatch from here. Stefani from here. I don't hate that, I think. Or even put Batal here because, again, limited exposure. It's pretty congruent with you anyway.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Works for me. Price from this position.
On the move.
Stefani from here.
Quella posizione.
We overwatch them all. We're gonna have Shakir, who would like to be doing the flanking, but maybe it is important that we keep this side screened the more I look at it. So you'll stay here, Shakir.
I'm on the move.
Maybe I should have stayed on the roof just in case. But anyway, stay there.
Aye, aye.
I'm not gonna overwatch you, I'm gonna hunker. They don't seem happy to use mental powers on me, and they seem a lot happier to shoot. We overwatch on everyone else, and we let him come in the room. Yeah, I think Roof Reserve may have been wiser, Brenchar. I think you're right. It's trap time. Gotcha. Other issue here, and I just realized another reason to bring Shakir off is we actually need to watch this side or we can be flanked from it. So, not so bad actually to have Shakir off the roof. We'll want to watch for that. Now, we do know where they are right now though, so that's really nice. We can see one on the far wall. Even better reason to start dashing Shakir. Oh, this joke started back in Battletech in like 2017, Carla, or I don't know how long ago. A while anyway. 2019, 2020. This is like coming out to be like a 6-year joke for me, yeah. I love this joke. Send Shakir on the side. It's actually nice having the mind mode shows me where they're at. You keep holding there. You could send a second person to pair with Shakir. And then you've got an option to take the left flank. If the other pod hits you, you're a bit spread out. Yeah, I mean, you can get back on the roof there. I think, for now, keep it simple. Most likely they don't push through the door this turn, so I'd say this is a reload turn to see what they get up to. I will send Shakir over
Roger, Dodger.
to cover my right side. Parker says, 6-year joke, your channel is older than that. Okay, Wang. Over to here. I mean, these positions were good, everyone got a shot immediately. But you'll get it from here as well. Let's have Batal. Batal's the one who didn't shoot. Have Batal over here.
Heading to that location.
Everybody else, I liked it. You all got the fire. You know, the only thing would be better is if you, like, were ready to... Oh. I mean, they're just not going to come in if I take that spot, though. But they won't know. If Lost is broken, they'll have no idea I'm there. I always forget this bit's here, and I think they will too, actually. Oh, and you can just make that move. Okay, cute. Cute, cute, cute. I think that's quite amusing. Let's start doing that. It's just the small risk of maybe activating pods again, so I'm gonna move Stefani to here first.
Okay.
Okay, then you come up here. It's so funny. Where do you want to be? Like, is there like a best tile here? Yeah, you want to flank. Flanking is the best tile here.
Roger that.
We're getting mean with it now. I like it. Okay. You can get in and shoot me. So we'll just push to... here for right now.
Affermativo.
Now we will put the aliens to the object permanence test once again.
That's affirmative.
Get your reloads in.
I'm ready.
Ready to rock.
Comfort zone.
And onwards we go. No, mind merge. Where have you gone, little sectoids? There's one? No. There's one. We don't know where the other one is, but I'm sure they're nearby each other. Shakur can have a little look. No problems. You can fall back. The rest of us just hunker, reload, or overwatch. And that's that. With none of them inside yet, I'm happy to reload you. Overwatch. Very amusing Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Patience is a virtue. In enemy within, at least.
I don't think we're alone out here.
Excuse me? That was almost... What the hell? Whoa, wait a minute!
Missed the target.
I'd be like, patience is a virtue, and the second would be like, how about cheating, bitch? That almost was an incredible gamer move. Shot for his physics crimes, correct. For their physics crimes. For their crimes, chat. One sectoid left. I used to say things there. It's right there, it's flanking me. I used to say things, like, you know, and I'm gonna kill this sectoid in the most boring way possible. That's my goal. And I used to feel a little bit of shame for that. I'll tell you something right now. Maybe it's because I'm coming back to this game and its beautiful simplicity. But I feel proud of it. Deep satisfaction is coming from me in how we're executing these sectoids with our positioning. It feels good. It feels good and it feels right. They are flanking around Stefani though, so we are going to want to reposition. You don't want to be here, because then they just, again, you don't want to leave them any ability to engage us where they end up on a full cover facing us and get to shoot us. That's bad. What we do want to do is lure them in. Be like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They'll come to here and stop. And then my next move, not just next turn, but the move after that, they won't breach that turn. We want to get them when they breach in the follow-up turn, but we want to be safe. This is shot from the door. You're just looking for positions that can't be seen from the door. I don't think you're going to get as many, honestly. I think... Well, if we know the other pod is over there, you could actually have Freeman come down and take the office. And now, no matter where that fucker ends up, we've kind of got their ass. You want to send back up to Freeman, then?
I'm on it, Commander.
Hello. Inquisitor says, you're not killing a sectoid of an entire platoon, so now it's boring. Yeah, I should make an XCOM total conversion for Menace. You're right. I've thought this idea before, but I'm actually going to write it down. That would be cool. It isn't even necessarily like the best gameplay experience I could think of for Menace. It's just cool. It'd just be fucking cool as an XCOM fan to see that. I think. Okay, Shakir can come and hold the left side again.
Stepping off.
This position, you want to take positions where these full cover bits are blocking line of sight from the exterior. I think this is one of them, but I think this one, you would get seen through the gap. So where I'm at now is good. This, it's anybody's question, but I wouldn't want you overwatching anyway, I think. Maybe from this spot. With these lower health people, in general, better safe than sorry, and just to not really expose ourselves too much, I think. Overexposure is the big risk there.
Rolling.
Ingridon says, hitting an ethereal with mass rocket barrages and screaming Roa is a human need. Yeah, true. That's true, that'd be the fun part too, bringing the Menace crew. Oh, you know what you could finally do? You could make all the squad leaders Chimera squad leaders as well, and all your other favorites. You put Valen in as a squad leader. Oh boy. Reload. Stop thinking about what we could do, Beagle. That'd be potential stream. You've taken long enough on this fight as it is. Where do you want to go, Stefani? I reckon just keep them here in case you want to push that. And if I was thinking a bit straighter and yapping a bit less, I'd say let's push someone else up for tandem. One will be enough. I think we have enough flanks. We do want to have someone overwatching, so... Just reload you for now because you won't get a shot this turn, I reckon. Reload you. Overwatch. Overwatch.
Affermativo.
Just because it's much more reliable, Tabula, it's just, it just works. It's like Doom. It doesn't need any work to run, it just works.
Moving to Overwatch. Cos'è stato quel rumore?
Where'd you go, little buddy? It sounded like they ran off in this direction. They might have run to the other pod. That is a thing that they do sometimes. Oh, no, they're right here. Now that looks to me too far for an Overwatch, but I always like to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Definitely looks too far for an Overwatch, but I do like to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. As always, the one mod that never got made for XCOM EU I could always use as a ruler.
I'm on it, Commander.
Hey, little buddy! Oh, time to start thinking about who got promotions. Everybody's getting promoted! Hooray! Maybe I'm thinking of XCOM 2, where that's more necessary. Goodbye!
See you in hell.
That second pod down, waving the ceasefire hand again. We have one more pod to deal with, and I believe we heard them over here. Lodi says enemies could really use a tile scan decoy. You are correct. You are correct, Lodi, as always. You are correct. How to engage this last engagement depends on if this pod is patrolling or if it's static. These guys were static, so we didn't get the drop on them. The drop would really speed things up. We love to get the drop. Without the drop, you could set up like in an L, but I think this L is too wide of only 6 people. With a lack of grenades, you need some kind of trick. Everything we could do is just this. We could just draw them to this. This is our trap. I'd want another person watching this corner if they're coming from here, because Shakir is in more danger. But otherwise, you can just keep leading them to the dead alien farm here, like it's a Minecraft mob spawner. And there's no reason that wouldn't work. This is a nice... It's just a very awkward position for them to breach without getting overwatched, and it could definitely work. Back to the roof. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the roof in the end is the thing. The roof didn't feel very good. I think we'll scout, and we'll try to lure them back to this factory.
I'm on it.
This warehouse.
Alright.
Direction is... Ooh, it's pretty far.
Sentito qualcosa?
They do sound mobile, so yeah, maybe it is back to the roof time. It could be back to the roof time. Yes, it could. I'd say try putting Freeman up on this pipe. If you can't get up this pipe without activating, there's not even any point trying to get on the roof, you know?
Position confirmed.
Two Hands says, does the last pod still become mobile even after adding extra aliens? I don't know. I actually don't know that specific. I got no clue. Let's get the rest of you over here. Patel, move. We have Stefani first.
Corro.
I'm a bit of a mimic when it comes to hearing things.
Roger Dodger.
Not like that I'm good at it, I'm not saying it like a skill, I'm just saying I have a habit.
Okay, SI.
And when she just said like, Gordo, like I was like, that sounds cool, I want to say it. And then I started like tensing my throat to do it. I was like, oh, that's right, I can't roll my R's. I can't say that. It'll sound terrible.
Roger Dodger.
If only I could roll my R's better, but, you know, it's not me.
Rolling out.
That's not me. I'm not allowed to sound sexy when I talk. Overwatch. Ah, well, I mean, there goes the roof plan. It's one more alien than expected. There's 4 sectoids rather than 3, but this should be last contact. That's 4 sectoids. Look, they're all sitting out there in the most fucked up engagement known to man. We can go and have that fucked up engagement, but you all know we're not. Let's just get back in our kill warehouse and enjoy ourselves. Two Hands writes, if I remember correctly, there was always at least one mobile pod. If it's the last pod, it will become mobile. If you save and quit, the mobile pod will randomize. Interesting. Where'd you learn that? Never learned that myself. Interesting. I could open the roller door. That's what I'd usually do here to get Overwatch down the center. But I think I've learned today, again, always something new to learn, that actually just lure them into the factory. It's way easier. It's way funnier. It's just way better. What's the most dangerous spot? It's either here or here. I think this is the most dangerous spot, so I'm going to send Shakir
I'm on the
We're
move.
gonna hold there. And then our next best can go up here. You can have multiple up here, actually.
Moving.
Our most ill people should go back to this position as before. Our most coughing children
Going out.
should return to your old positions and play the factory game. The factory game works.
Alert.
The factory that turns sectoids into bodies works well.
New 2.00
Thank you,
donation
you
from
$2.
Italian man making fun of you not rolling RS.
Oh.
Error.
Damn it! I don't try to be spiteful, but I was kind of hoping the bot would fuck that up. That was sick, though. Damn it! Not even as sexy as the Italian man bot, and it's not even classic Italian man bot. It's Americanized Italian man bot that doesn't even, like, do the accent fully anymore. And it's still sexier than me. Damn it. Where else do we want to go here? Do you want two up here? I think you want to be ready to react to them coming from the left side. I think one up here is enough to just make this hell for them. Though one might get in, live, and then the other one might like run up the ladder. That is one way that two in this position could be superior. I think you still want one back here at least. You just at least run Stefani. You want to hold that corner. That's going to be really important. Freeman returns. Maybe to here. We'll see where we hold of you, Freeman.
Solid copy.
Learn a lot watching Wizard Steve Jobs campaigns. Lots of esoteric knowledge. Says 2 ants. Yeah, fair enough.
We're green to
Well,
go.
I appreciate it. It's good. We should write it down somewhere so that when, you know, inevitably we die. Sorry to get grim, but, you know, that knowledge shouldn't be lost. Future generations should understand that knowledge. I think. Stefani, come back to the corner. It just says, who knows, it might even be true. What he says, who's Wizard Steve Jorbs? Wait, I only just got that. How did I never think of that joke before? Is his name meant to be like Steve Jorbs? No, it's meant to be like he's in between Jorbs. Is his name really Steve, or did I just make a joke and now I've forgotten? His name is Steve Jorbs? It's insane. I can't believe that's real. Anyway. Lodi, you're in your prime. I've got to say.
Moving out.
You've always been a quality, but you're in your prime these days. You're peaking. I hope you peak forever, but you're really in your prime. Round of applause for Lodi. Lodi's in that era right now where people will look back and be like, oh, I loved the comedy specials from those years. Those are really my favorite as a Lodi fan. Just really his golden era, the classics. You gotta appreciate those eras when you find yourself in them, because you know they never last. Hey, I mean, they might. Look, sorry, Lodi, they might. Just, you know, probably not. Okay, so if you come to here, again, apparently you can't be shot through the door.
Heading there now.
Lodi says, hey, maybe the shimmy should be paying me. See, it's a laugh a minute with Lodi. Round of applause for Lodi, another good joke. So good, well done. Wow. Alright, Overwatch. Overwatch. Double up here. So I do think that other side is going to end up being more important. Am I visible from the other side? I just realized. I don't know, but it's okay because I'm optimizing my murder positions and the sectoids are just going to mind merge and fuck around, I think, so we're probably okay. Hello. Now you shouldn't have a shot. We'll never find out. One of the many mysteries that will die with the universe. We will never find out. You, on the other hand, hello. You're too far to flank. I think. Oh, you're not too far to flank for the heart. Oh, you're not too far to flank in general. I've always said this map is really hard to play, but maybe once you actually take control of the warehouse, it isn't. I probably said that too, though, so let's not make a thing out of it. This is like a nice little murder factory. This is a great set of like really easy to hold lines of sight. Of course, I start saying that and then the problem is it isn't now. But we also do learn here that, yeah, you don't actually want to be here because if they push the side, you're just going to get shot in half cover. So now that's just awkward. That's just not good. I see no gaming occurring over here. That may just be out of range. Alright. Look, I mean, Shakir could no longer hold that position. But he says, you took a 67 about doing the thing, of course it missed. I'm legitimately too old for that. People keep doing it, and I understand that there's actually nothing to the joke, and that's why it's indecipherable. But I still feel too old for it. And if it makes me feel better, I probably am. Come to here and Overwatch. I think we just want Overwatches on you while you run it now. I really was just, like, so proud of my murder positions, and then I immediately after saying that realized, okay, never mind, they're not that great if you miss once. Subject says, you'll be 67 before you understand. To be frank, if I live to 67, I mean, that's not doing bad. That's pretty good. That's a good life, so I'd be fine with that. Also, it says it's just 69. I feel like 69 has a meaning, though. Okay, so yeah, we run you over to here.
I'm on it, Commander.
So it says we have Beagle's permission to kill him at 67. You don't? But again, I mean, look, that's good odds. That's good innings at this point. You know, I couldn't be mad. Get here. Wait, am I allowing myself to be flanked? No. No. There's no position I can take up here that doesn't have this same problem. So forget about these spots. They're not so cute after all. That is allowing myself to be flanked, so we don't want to go there. So I've really just, like, lowered the amount of guns I can rely on here. It's not ideal. Alistar says, but as a joke, 69 doesn't have a meaning. Yeah, but people think it's funny because it's the sex number, so it... What do you mean? Am I even baited? I don't know. Is this some kind of, like, advanced bait? It's just sex. And if you think just sex on its own isn't a joke, I mean, you'd be right, but also you'd be wrong. Because everyone just does that. I mean, I could go in here, but I just can't really be confident that it's good. I may just have to dash back, I reckon. Just rip the bandit off now and get back to better positions while I have the opportunity to. But then you can't stay there. Ah, this got really awkward so fast. As soon as you don't kill this sectoid, it gets really awkward really fast. Why did I feel safe to go here before? Because I had this side controlled. Okay. So I can stay here if I control this side, but then if I get mind frayed there, that soldier is dead. And we actually... I should have paid attention to this. We can use mind merge to see where the others are. There's two there. We don't know where the other one is. But you wouldn't go there because you just get mind merged. So yeah, I mean, maybe you just pull this person back and suddenly my fantastic holding position is not so fantastic. I guess the real way to look at this is instead have these people just hunker or shoot from high ground because they're not going to stay there. This sectoid cannot stay there until it moves to this position. I guess the issue is it can just move there. Yeah, you can just move there, and then you still get shot. So you don't want to maintain loss either because same problem. For right now, I could just shoot twice and probably get away with it. We're gonna get a couple of Overwatches. Yeah, I mean, fucking live a little, Beagle. Fucking try living a little. Try just going bang and just shoot the sectoid. There you go. Shkolty says, speaking of, does Beagle have an opinion on the new Mario movie? There's a new one? Yeah, I mean, just, why the hell does he talk for like 7 minutes when he could just press 4 buttons? I'll never understand. I'll never understand why anyone likes watching Beagle Rush. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. You can't convince me. Just shoot them. Shoot them. It's really easy. Just shoot them. Okay, we did see that we could have got flanked there, though. You could have gone there. I don't think anyone was on this spot yet. So the safer move would be to go to here for just a second.
On the move. Okay. I feel, Commander.
I really want to alt-tab and find out about the new Mario movie, but I don't want to delay things.
Overwatch.
I had no idea that was a thing, honestly.
I'm on it, sir.
I liked the first one. It was a watch. I wouldn't call it memorable, but you know, there was piggy slot for my retinas. It was unoffensive. The worst part about it is, you know, the rat being in it. There's nothing wrong with watching it though. It was an experience I don't regret. You know, it was fine. It was fine. How close are they getting to you there, Shakir? I don't know, Beagle. Let's try a challenge for you. Let's try a turn where we just do things and don't talk. How about that? And actually, Wang should be the person doing this, I just realized. Wait. Haha! Beagle. Failed already. Round of applause for me.
Pronta allo scontro.
Moving to Overwatch.
On Overwatch. Good to go. It's killing time.
Ah, fuck, I'm just talking to my head right now. The point was to make less decisions.
Overwatch. Aye.
Oh god, they're close. What the hell?
You hear that?
Okay, here comes the assault. That should be far enough away. Can I please have a round of applause? Come on, everybody, little clap. Come on. 2 sectoids remain. So proud of myself for essentially playing an auto battler. I essentially, through my gameplay, have modded XCOM into being an auto battler. I'm extremely proud of myself for it. I never get sick of being smugly satisfied at doing this. It's kind of fucked up. Ah, look at that body. It's crazy. It's crazy. What crazy work. 3,000 hours. I've never seen them together like that, you know? That's crazy work. That's great. That's fantastic. We get another angle. That's great. Love that. Hold the ground because it's working so well.
Ready to rock.
Roger that. Scanning. Affermativo.
Yeah, I mean, they won't know you're there, but yeah, come back. Just keep checking the corner, but then come back.
I feel, Commander. Overwatching. I feel, Commander.
So it says, mod idea. After 1 minute, your turn has a chance to
Alert.
suddenly end every second, and that chance goes up the longer the turn lasts.
New 50.00
Oh!
donation from Clapper.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
You can have one as a treat.
Oh,
Clap.
clap. Thank you so much for the $50 donation. That's massive. Legitimately, thank you so much. That helps me a ton. Helps me and Jam. And my children that Swift hates when I don't call pets. It helps us all so much. Thank you so very much. We really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. $50 and a little clap. That's perfect. Thank you so much. Just for that, chatter. Whoever that clapper is, just for that clapper, let's continue to play faster. Just for them. Let's try it, everyone.
Moving to Overwatch. Overwatching. On Overwatch.
Moving to Overwatch.
Comfort zone.
Turbonode says, I used to play XCOM Online multiplayer, and your opponent could disconnect their router, and it would stop you from doing moves, and then they plugged in the last second of your turn. Don't hate the player. Don't hate the player, hate the coder. Oh god, no!
Taking fire over
It's
here.
fine. We get away with it. Tuber says, not when you're playing against the number 4 and you're whooping them. Well, now you know why they were number 4 on the leaderboard.
Con quella posizione.
Bye-bye!
Vediamo
Good work out there,
Oh.
Strike One.
If I may, Commander, the labs are on
Okay.
high alert. Teams are standing by for your orders. We can begin researching the newly recovered artifacts immediately.
Well, I suppose I lost count. I thought there was one more. But I've never quite figured out, in this game, if... Many times have I said, I'm sure there's one more alien, did it walk off the map? And I've never figured out if that's a real thing that I could prove, or if I'm just crazy. It's like my Bigfoot, it's my white whale. I'll never figure it out. But that's Hot Flame done. Thank you very much for your kitchen, everyone. Thank you so much to that
Commander,
Shatter who sent in the
the
$50
research
donation
labs.
as well. That was so
Commander,
kind
to
of
the
you. Thank you very
research
much.
labs.
And thanks for all the other little donations. The $5 and $2. It all adds up so much. Thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate it. Welcome back to XCOM Kitchen.
Welcome to XCOM
we're in
HQ,
it.
Commander.
We're in a run.
I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
Thank you very much, Bradford. Good to see Youngford again. Tamron says, wait, why is the cap 9 when there were 10 natural spawns? Because it's an approximation. So it says, he forgot how many enemies were on the first mission. Actually, I just took it from the
research
last
labs.
campaigns I played. And I'm pretty sure I had that right, because that was the 8th run in a row, the one I took it from. I'm pretty sure that it just says on the wiki it's 9 aliens. I don't know, maybe it can random to 10. But, yeah. It's because without a shadow chamber or whatever, I don't know exactly how many aliens are on a mission before I go on it. So it says it's literally always 10. Oh, I don't think anyone ever told me. In the last 8 kitchen runs that I did of this game, so don't know.
The recovered artifacts
Next time we do a
are being
gatecrasher, I
unloaded,
guess it
and
can
the
be 10.
research team is awaiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Tamron says, I thought purchase was based off of max possible spawns. I don't know. I think I just went to the wiki and it said 9, so I went with 9. Xenobiology and alien materials, sector corpses, yada yada yada. Did we get mailed? Yeah, from killing drones, I guess. Hi, Valen!
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Valen.
Round of
I
applause.
oversee the research labs. This is where all of XCOM's research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
Thank you, Valen. Nice to see you again as well. Now I have to remember what my start was. Last time, I think I did Xenobio start, didn't I? I mean,
Commander.
here's the thing. I won the last campaign. So the easiest way to do this is... Hold on. Command may let me know if they want another drone. Who am I? You're Bailey Ballard. Oh, that's AMX, isn't it? Oh, no. Tactical? Yeah, that's AMX.
Filtering our candidates for make
Oh, it's old Italian, man.
augmentation. $0120.
Where is my research? There you are.
Just like it sounds.
Support hard,
Support
Dervish.
class provides
Had I already done it? Just look in the window. I haven't.
I can
Wait.
make $275, so I need to make another 120.
Was this the campaign where I forgot to research for the first week? Oh God, I think I forgot. I think I forgot to research for like a few missions.
So we win.
Check the strategy later. No, Beagle, I'm trying to play the way I played. No, I'm doing Xenobio. Okay, there you go. See, Xenobio start. Easy. And then I bought satellite. Doesn't look like I bought a shiv yet. It's easy. Just do what Beagle Rush did. Okay, where's March? Go back to like before you scan so I can be sure. This is way quicker. I know this looks slower. This is faster than all the waffling I do otherwise, okay? I won this campaign. There you go. 69 sawed-off shotguns. A motion tracker. A shiv, which I apparently cancelled later. And a satellite. Oh, why think for myself? This is what everybody else does. Just watch a YouTuber and play how they play. Easy. Oh, when's that? He's saying straps. Before when?
Hope that we get enough money to get another satellite going before.
See, he knew what he was talking about. This guy was 8 campaigns in the Long War kitchen. He'd been getting fucked up. This guy had the experience. Before when?
Things happen.
Ah, fuck. Well, that doesn't help. I'm gonna leave a comment. What the hell?
Engineering.
Xenobio start. Yeah. After all that, I'm like, but shouldn't I use my brain now? And do I want something different? No, Xenobio start. Why did I go Xenobio start? Because you get interrogations, because you have K to Orsay, but we don't care to that. Just do it! It worked last time, do it again. Stop wasting time.
Commander.
Hello, Shen.
I was wondering when you'd be stopping by. Welcome to engineering.
Yes, Cordon, that was a big
Anything
thing
they
we
can
learned.
dream up in the research labs, we can build it here.
Shen is alive again.
Speaking of which, Dr. Valen has just sent us some new schematics. With your approval, we will begin fabrication.
6-7 sawed-offs, please. No! That is not my generation! Just for that, you've now made me go all the way. We haven't done this in a long time, but, you know, we're gonna make some things a bit different around here. I did turbo node, I did, yeah. Can you do 1 through 3-7? I will not go that far. One motion tracker. I believe I ended up doing 2 motion trackers in the end.
Commander, our current satellite uplink facilities are
We
at
do
full
need
capacity.
ships.
We should build additional uplinks as soon as possible to allow for new satellite deployments.
Motion tracker. I think I used to run 2 motion trackers. I may want to do it again, yeah. I have the perfect amount of money for it. How many people do I have? I start with 60. Maxim, Merov, Pingzang, Biljana Stijavana. These are some great names. Amy Jones Classic. Ooh, you didn't play that mission fast enough to look at names. I'm sorry. Running here for the raffle. Get to it, you old bastard. True. True.
We've still got some room to grow up here, but if we really want to expand our facilities, we're going to have to start excavating beneath the base. Unfortunately, the deeper we go, the more it's going to cost.
Because his why aren't Sun-offs infinite? Probably a technical thing. You want to uplink first, but you don't always get it. Lab and workshop can wait. I think I leaned on both labs and workshop last time, but labs were less important. Workshops were big. This is for power, which we don't need, I guess, this month, because all we're going to be putting the money into is a satellite uplink at best. We're not going to get an OTS early. So it says, there's no technical reason. I assume JL thought it was funny to do it this way. Wouldn't the reason be that JL didn't want you to start with sawn-offs? Wait, no, they could take a day. I have no idea. Yeah, I guess he just thought it was funny. Or maybe they just did it before they realized they could just make it infinite.
Who knows? Going to want satellite coverage.
It seems like a technical thing.
So we should plan our deployments carefully. Several members of the council have expressed an interest in acquiring
we got the good
some
planes.
of the artifacts we've recovered.
Do you guys want to do
However, we should be careful in choosing what items
raffled
we
interceptors
release.
again? Did you enjoy
the
that?
research team may not have discovered their true value yet.
Did you like getting the raffle as the planes? Yes, okay. Do we want to do a separate raffle so people don't feel cheated if they roll a plane but not a soldier?
Mission control.
I can start up Top Gun again. I forgot to do Top Gun. Yeah, everyone's doing Top Gun. Yeah, alright. I'll go start the Top Gun raffle as well. We can have that back too. Giveaways. It's been a long time. I don't even have the Top Gun raffle here anymore. I've got to remake it. Oh, view archive. Hang on. When was the last time that Top Gun was called? Oh no, this is like different stuff. I don't know. I've just got to... Sheesh, this is September. September 6th? What the hell is this? I don't know, I'm just making a new one. Time for a new Top Gun raffle. Great giveaway. Type in a keyword in chat. Exclamation mark Top Gun. Giveaway description. XCOM pilot raffle. Everybody has the same chance to be drawn. Create. You can now raffle exclamation mark Top Gun to be one of the pilots. I just have to remember the console command for it, but I should have thought of that earlier. Loadout-wise...
When selecting a specific jet within the hangar, you can choose to modify its current
Mix a couple
weapon
up at
loadout
least.
to best serve our needs.
I think half Avalanche, half Stingray is the move at first, right? I never remember. Clearly the information is not important enough to me to ever
mission control.
fully retain that, or... I don't know, I never fully
maximum
remember what I want to do with our game.
Additional uplink required.
Don't need that. Alright, so we just scan. What I will do before I forget anything is I will assign those soldiers. Let's get that done. So, Price, you were Scaratil T Obsidian. Don't forget the round of applause for everyone who did such a good job.
Commander to mission control.
And has a name that's so too long. Scaratil, are you still here? Scartil T. Obs. Scartil is fine? Okay. Scartil, well done, little clap. How many kills did you get? Yeah, 5 kills! Well done. Wang, you were played by, or better say we're around Shady being played by. Shady. Shady character. Let me know if I get your names wrong. I'll check afterwards. Shady character, you got 4 kills. Not bad for someone who went down to very low health. But I guess you didn't get hit in the wound. You didn't get hit in the, you didn't get wounded in the
Commander to mission
flesh.
control.
You know?
Commander to mission control.
Shakir. That was Sky. Sky Mana Wielder. Sky Mana Wielder. I gotta go check. I'm just remembering what your names are. Sky Mana Wielder. Yep. And it was Shady Character with no capitals. Okay. Sky Mana Wielder. You got 3 kills. Hey, good job. Good job up there in the sky on the roof. Well done. Shady doesn't have any caps. Scaratul says, holy, forgot how many kills kitchen causes? Yeah.
Commander to mission control.
There's a lot of aliens out there. Someone's gonna eat them. Freeman. That's Canksalas. CANC_Sulius. Should be right. 3 kills. Hey, well done.
Commander to mission control. Commander to mission control.
Stefani, you were... It's like getting raffled twice, right? So exciting. Magister. Magister Alexis. You got 2 kills? Hey! Good job. And last. And least. Ah, they did great! But it is Batal, who did get wounded and only got 2 kills. I mean, the getting wounded isn't a bad thing. It's a bad thing, but it's not their fault. The 2 kills, I mean, you know, we could split blame between the commander and them. Anyway, the name for this person is Mitchell. This is Mitchell. Mitchell 11804. No, I didn't, Balti. Mitchell 11804.
Alert.
Good job.
Commander
Another
to
sharpshooter.
mission control.
Hey, thank you for another big donation.
New
Thanks so much.
10.00 donation from AMX.
Hi.
Hey, Commander.
Hi. Oh, AMX!
It's Melonig AMX Wolfen.
Hang on, you lost me.
He just wanted to let you know that I still blame you for my unnecessary death on Ashes and Temples. And the entire squad holds eternal resentment towards you. You will never win a base defense.
Oh, thanks so much, AMX. Good to hear from you and the ghosts of the damned that haunt me as always. I appreciate the $10 very much. That's so kind of you. Thank you. And I look forward to seeing your words ring true for the next generation of heroes. Thank you so very much. Wonderful round of applause for AMX's spiteful ghost. Thank you so much. That gets you hyped. That's good stuff, hearing from your fans and your ancestors and murder victims. Onwards we go. So, you know, I heard they say that until we beat a base defense in the kitchen campaign, all of their souls cannot peacefully rest, so we probably should do that this run. That would be good. We're gonna have to keep nerfing it rules-wise, though, because that mission is fucking impossible. That's done. Let's scan. Oh, you know what I should do as well before we go on? It's a good practice, especially when no one died on the first mission there. It's time to start the backup of the saves. What's
New
this?
5.00
Oh, thanks for the $5.
donation from Dabige 484.
Had to say a mean ghost message.
Kitchen LFG.
No, let's fucking go. Thank you very much to Beej for your $5 donation. Appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so very much. Appreciate it. Am I on save 41 now? What is the number of this campaign? Yeah, 11th of April. A cursed day, Stoops has told me. Save 41. Alright, I'm going to copy save 41. I'm not going to save it inside this folder. That is how huge amounts of crying happened last time. This will be going in a new, extra special vault. Next to all my other very precious things. In my file explorers. Okay, XCOM kitchen save backups. There is a save backup here where AMX is still alive, we presume. Save 41, there we go. Campaign begins. I even give them little names. Save 41, Mission 1, End. There you go. Alright, but then we scan. Thanks for all the sword-offs, buddy. I haven't forgotten anything basic. Ah, who cares? Nutra, 94-month sub, says just had a baby a few months ago. Congratulations! Didn't have the mental capacity to follow the menace streams. Glad things are settling down and I can watch a game I can understand. Glad to have you back, Nutra. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Is L9 in the Vault 2's displaced area? I thought I had that save still somewhere. I'm actually not sure I do anymore. I've kept all the hard drives. It's possible I should still have it, I just can't find where. Carla says, wow, Beagle only did the mini clap for the baby, wow. Well, the baby is small, so you don't want to clap too much because it'll upset them. I understand these things. No mission yet, keep scanning. So says, well, it's only a baby, not a pet.
Commander, we've picked
Heavy
up
abduction.
multiple requests for assistance. Abductions in progress are marked on the hologlobe.
I feel like this is one of the CNC missions you get. Oh, Mighty Mart. It's a TV warehouse, TV store. Another potentially treacherous map, but honestly, most of them are, at this point, in the campaign or forever. Alright. Anybody coming on this one? Look at the different roles there. Why is you almost back? It's random. Some of you are back in 2 days, some of you are still 5 or 4 days out. Well, I believe I ask this question every time, and I think the answer is no. Them being closer to having their fatigue wear out does not mean that they get less exhaustion. Swift says 1 XP off promoting impressive. Yeah, because you can't go doubles. So that's pretty good for they're going to instantly class into Lance Corporals. If we had VR trading, they're a shoo-in. I suppose in that sense, you may as well take the people who have the least XP, who are still going to automatically promote. Do you get XP if you retreat? I don't want to plan for losing mission 2, but... Yeah, we do, Stoops. It's the most important thing. And then we need to buy 40 more soldiers again. And then we need to complain that we have too many soldiers and the game's breaking. I just turned Solis. You get the earned kill XP and that's it, IRC, says Swift. Okay. Then if I was worried, like, about losing mission 2, I guess I could do that. I think why don't we take who we actually need? So, what classes do we want? Rocketeers for drones, and then a shotgun for drones, and just in general close quarters. Probably a scout for running Overwatch. Probably Stoops, yeah. Who don't we want? When I'm stuck like this, play the game of what would you rather. Would you rather... Well, there's 2 of them, damn it. Anyway, would you rather... Medic? No. Grenadier? Maybe. Grenadiers are like Rocketeers, except they kind of get it done a lot better. You get HE, so probably an Engineer. Straight up is a good one. Shady, you are in. You can also bring a shotgun for close defense. What are your stats for a Grenadier there? Ah, they're pretty average. You've got average stats. That's okay. You all have very low health. I thought your guys' health was pretty low. Everybody but... I'm sorry, am I pronouncing this wrong? Bashitter? Bachitter? Anyway, everybody but Mitchell. I'm sorry again, Mitchell, if I pronounced your first name there. I just wasn't sure. But everybody but Mitchell, we rolled like really low HP people from the roster, which is kind of funny. So it says, I thought you had strict screening on Everyone's So Vanilla. No, I didn't. But yeah, they are, you're right. No one's... Everyone's So Vanilla, except they all roll the lowest health. That's the funny part. Well, it ain't a sniper. It could be an infantry. I don't think we ran assaults, really. We ran a couple. Actually, we ran a couple. There's nothing wrong with an assault. Except for how it can get you killed horribly early on. And later. Stoop says we absolutely want to try to find a Rocketeer of Mayhem. Yeah, I mean, you could just double up. Grenadier plus Rocketeer. Especially against low amounts of contact early on. And mainly drones being the issue. That's probably the way to go. You run a shotgun on the engineer for close defense. The big miss is that you're not bringing a scout for lightning, which does limit your tactics, but early on I usually just want to camp anyway. Smith says, say it with me, Rocketeers are never bad. That's right, but is there a class that's ever bad? Assaults, unfortunately, despite them being my favorite narratively. Gunners also good too, because actually, it should be a gunner, I think. Gunners provide another solution to those drawn-out fights. So actually, I'd say maybe a gunner, especially because our heavy choices have meh aim and not great aim. Probably Magister as a gunner. No, wait, you're not even a heavy, are you? No, our only heavy choice is Sky Mana, and yeah, not great aim. Okay. Swift says infantry and regular long war. Oh, my favorite comedians are all back. I miss you all. They do, Joker, yeah. I don't think I was giving out any other free perks, and I kind of forgot to make Revive just, or Medic just comboed, or there was a reason I didn't. But yeah, Medics are still getting free Revive. Stroop says, what were the squad rules? We need killers, sustain, and we need clowns. Yeah, true. We're a bit early on to have all of that. We can look at that loadouts. You're right. That was very important. Killers and clowns. Yes. And sustain, you were correct as well. It is video game at the moment, yes. Alright. The only other thing is you don't really want a gunner who has 3 health, though.
Service to the squad. With the rocket launcher in tow, there are demolitions experts.
Everything but your aim speaks to me, Rocketeer. Bad health. Meh mobility, but better than terrible. Defense is good to not get shot at, which is irrelevant when you're a gunner. Because you just draw off suppression. If the aim was 2 points higher, I'd probably Rocketeer you, so I think I'm just going to Rocketeer you and eat the aim. And just make it up in rolls. Your stashes really look terrible, honestly, Sky Mana. It's kind of the issue of defense being a stat, is it just sucks up so many others. So it says defense is fantastic as a gunner. Are you high? Well, I'm usually suppressing of gunners. And if I'm suppressing of gunners, they're gonna draw taunt and get shot at anyway. You're guaranteed getting shot at? Yeah, no, I see the problem here. We have different opinions. I don't care about the defense stat here as a thing that actually makes me less likely to get hit. I care about it as a thing that makes it less likely for the AI to choose me as a target compared to anyone else in the squad. I don't put a lot of faith in 2 more percentage chance to be missed when I'm actually being shot at. So they know, but here's the thing, you're wrong. Well, we can all have our own styles. I would prefer someone who is 4% more likely to be hit, but has more mobility and more health and a bit more will, generally. It's not really. It is, but you might notice, Soleri, we're only at Specialist yet. We're not quite at the par yet where you'd find that. Alright, fill out those rockets. Don't forget, Rocketeers are really important to me. I'm talking to me. Because we have the mod where Shredder applies to weapons. And also just made all Rocketeers have Shredder all the time. Something I forgot until now. Place Larry says, but you're talking about Rocketeers suppressing? No, gunners. I'm talking about gunners suppressing. Also, I'm funny example, because I think Rocketeers can get suppression in Vanilla Long War, no? I thought. I might be wrong. I think that's one of the things they can get. Shoop says that was a glitch we just didn't fix. Yeah, that's just a thing now. That's just rules. SMG is fine. Could go Carbine, but SMG is probably fine. So it says, someday Beagle will try to defense perks for officers and I will be vindicated. I think it's more likely I die.
Just like it sounds,
before that happens, honestly.
The support class provides that intangible edge.
You'll be vindicated either way.
They make everyone around them better.
We do need that shotgun, you're the only one who can bring one. I'd rather it be on someone else, but there's nothing wrong with an engineer of a shotgunner. Don't forget Alcohol Ninja. We definitely want cover destruction, so bring those HEs, bring a couple of APs as well. There's your loadout, you're done. Now the new blood. I've done a lot of complaining there about stats, so let's pick what we want. Killers and clowns can apply here. I guess, was there something in the middle? Was there just damage? Stoops call it sustain. Was that, did I call it a triumvirate? I only remember killers and clowns. What do you call an engineer? Are they a clown? No, they'd be a You need damage perks for the grenades. They're just damage, I guess. Yeah, sustain. Stoop says, man, it's gonna be hard to get stream characters as good as we had in XCOM. I can't tell if you're being serious or like really dryly funny. Thanks for the sub, Jacob, speaking of characters from the old one. It's really funny because you're like talking about people. You're just like, we're never gonna find chatters as good as back then. It's just an amazing way to like insult everyone in this chat room right now. I love it. I think that's great. Swift says, those chatters suck, TBH. Damn. Well, they won, so they're not gonna feel hurt. Blinky says, I wasn't in that campaign, so I'm sure we'll make this one even better. What campaigns were you in, Blinky? Maxim of a pretty good stat line for a shooter. Kayla Brooks, nice stat line if you don't want to move ever. She's good at everything but will and defense. Will does matter against sectoids, of course. Shouldn't look bad. Shouldn't look bad. Start taking your favorites as we go, and we can just get rid of them if you find better. Madiba is good except for the lack of aim. So what would you give Adiba? Not a gun. You want to give them a shotgun later, and you want to give them grenades now. Or a medkit. It's doable. I don't mind. I like people with a lot of health early on. Linky says, I got murdered on a 5% in OVA 1 while I was in the bathroom. Yeah, I thought that's what happened. Maxim looks good too. Stoop says, by characters, I mean soldiers that are notable in the campaign, by the way. Chat is fine these days. Definitely a sentence that Stoops thought about Blinky having just talked before uttering, I think. And Stoops being here, I'm sure. Not Stoops, sorry, that's Millennial. The other S name, Slippo. Again, don't know which of you that was more insulting to. Sorry, once again. Very average stat line here. Semi said Semi. Yeah, that's a sectoid, that's Semi. Lujana, I don't know what country this is. Someone educate me. Lujana Stajanova. Fine stat line, pretty normal. Somebody says raffle me already. Macedonia? Oh. You should have known that, Semi. You're a Total War guy, right? Isn't that related somehow? Isn't that related? I'm sure Macedonia is in one of them. Escape says, make a mod that gives a soldier bonuses if the nickname is more active in live chat. Oh goodness, no. I want them to stop that from being the way the RimWorld mod works. Can you even imagine? Oh no, 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 no. 72 aim. It would be nice to get at least one person with cracked aim building. And they got the minus defense, but that's what you gotta do to have the cracked aim. 69 on 4 HP is okay. Ooh, 69 on 4 HP and minus 2 defense. Now, this is my kind of stat line. That's a stat line you can set your watch to. I was just talking about dropping defense. Now you gotta decide who you're dropping or you just go with this. What is our mobility? Mobility is one of the most important stats. I have not taken high mobility. And you could argue that's my biggest sin here, I suppose. Maybe cut to people with low mobility, because mobility is usually key. We need to take some people with 50 mobility. Like Nakajima here. Well, maybe not you with 3 health. 3 health. Anyone with 15 mobility and not 3 health. Ah! Terrible will, but you can't have everything. I'll take that. Mobility is important. Let's get more mobility. The 5 health, is it actually the most important thing? Well, kinda is early, but average stat line. Shooter. With bad defense. More high mobility, I think. Because your mobility sucks too, right? Yeah. Get me another high mobility trooper. So we'll actually cut Murad out and we'll look for another tile. Another high mobility one. So it says mobility is key, guy who never leaves spawn, and that's part of why. If I could move 25 tiles a move, I'd probably leave spawn more. Maybe. Michael O'Malley. 15 mobility, minus 1 defense, 25 will, 4 health. Maybe not quite that much. 18 will, Harry Martin! You don't need to join XCOM, you need a therapist. I've never seen it that low. Incredible. All their other stats, amazing. 18 will. I've legitimately, not as a bit, I've never seen that low. I think. I don't think I've ever seen sub 20. Fire that guy? Let him cook. I think he'll have his day. It's almost right now, it's just Sectoids is very big in March, so probably not right now. Hey, here we go, Campos, -4 defense, 66 aim, 29 will, 14 health, 4 HP. I don't mind that, I think. Good enough for me. Okay. So it says Will is the best dump stat, promote that guy. You need to stream Swift. Our opinions differ so much that it's kind of like your duty to become a streamer so that people have more diverse XCOM content to watch. If you all agree in chat, make sure to clap. There it is. High mobility, low aim. You are a good grenadier. Swift says, who would want to watch a 35-year-old white guy play tactics games? You're me? I appreciate you set me up for that joke, Swift. That's... Everybody pay attention. That is... We don't usually say this out loud. That is a setup, is what that is. That's because Swift is a professional. Swift understands comedy. Swift knows sometimes it's your turn to make the punchline. Sometimes it's your joke to do the setup. Scave says, why another XCOM stream when we already got the best one here? It's very kind of you, but I am traumatized enough to be waiting for the punchline to that joke, too. Don't worry, someone will provide it in a second. So it says some days you're the hoop and some days you're the pole. Correct. AP and HE. Flashbangs were useful, but was there any situation where I wouldn't have rather just blown up their cover? You can't rely on the HE to actually work, is the thing. Medkits is what I'm really missing. That is what I could use a lot more of. Harvius is here. There you go. Everybody's got their own punchline. Just keep bringing them. 4, 14 minus defense. Okay, medkits for you. And an AP. And motion scanners! I gotta remember the motion scanners. That's why there's never any room for anything, because you have 6 soldiers at first. No plus item perks, and you need to bring motion scanners. Also, where is my shiv slot? Oh, wait. You don't get that yet, do you? Do you not get a shiv slot until you have Super Sky Ranger? Doesn't that come hella late? Wait a minute, I don't even remember how this game works. I guess it's mid-game. So it says, Will is the best dump stat because you literally override it by having an officer. What if your officer's dead? Or not within 8 tiles of you? Maybe Brazen, maybe we can add another foot to Arvius, yeah. Oh, I want a Subway, I'm so hungry. Swift says, why would you ever do either of those? We're playing different games, Swift. I would not kill my officer. I'm not the one to blame for them being dead, you see. Liars is Swift. Stoop says, we rushed Super Sky Ranger once you got the mod IRC. Well, hopefully we can rush it again. I forgot that we wouldn't have shivs from the start. Oh dear. That's true, you have Sigma Sigma. Very true, Swift. P... I guess I can only afford to bring 2 medkits. The other games have really spoiled me for how much of this stuff I can bring. Like OVA, where I have so much gear from the start. Neither do I, Stoops. And then you're just standard as well, Hagen. Rifle, pistol, AP, and medkit. Okay. Give me a couple of motion trackers, and we run it. So you're gonna have to cut a medkit, I think, because more grenades equals less need for medkits. You're fast, so guess what? You get a tracker. I could take the HE off, and then you could get a tracker too. Because honestly, HEs are pretty unreliable. If I want to get crazy, I could give Carrera an SMG and... Well, I mean, you've got 61 aim, so let's get crazy. Oh yeah. That's something. Stoop says, can anyone direct me towards something that might tell me the gameplay details of the Super Sky Ranger, or perhaps made by a member of this community? Depends on the next thing Swift says, I'll think about it. Get your raffles in, because you're about to raffle these 4, but then I think this is the loadout. Oh wait, hang on, there's one important thing I'm missing, and that's smoke. Furtive smoke, so easily forgotten, especially because I've been playing Menace, where smoke isn't the be-all and end-all, it's just actually smoke. We need at least a single smoke grenade here. I'd say whoever's least likely to throw the grenade. That's gonna look like... Maros is more likely to sit at the back and shoot. Yeah. Alright, Maros, you are bringing the classic medic loadout. Where's the birthday shiv? We don't have it yet. It's not even built yet. Raffle time! And let's draw our first winner. Is coming. And they're about to be called. It's the neatest burrito. The neatest damn it! There we go. There you go, burrito, you're in. Cousins are 600 flying fajitas? It could be. You'd have to ask them. Campos. You are Molly B. Denim E42. Molly B. Denim E42. Gordon says, I feel like everyone changed their names to be too long to fit into the XCOM name strings. You know whose name would definitely fit in still? I'm sure Shinodo's name would still fit. Draw entrant. Not Silver, I almost said it wrong. Sliffer Sean. Hello, Sean. You're in. And Hagen, here is the last one, so please do try to win unless you're happy not being raffled. It's Nick Blaster. Hello, Blaster. Bunch of new names. And I know that most of these names all look right now to you like, who are these people as XCOM soldiers? But that's the point. That's how the kitchen run names look too at the start. These, you may be looking at the Temple Ship Volunteer already and you may not even know it. You may be looking at the person who is the sole survivor of all their friends dying in 150 missions and you may not know it. You may be looking at an entire roster of people doomed after I fail this mission. That's the fun part, we just don't know. Shotgun, SMG, rockets. I have plenty of explosives. SMG. Make sure that we're all rolling rifles, not carbines. I do not enjoy the carbine as a concept in this game, which is funny because I love it in all other games. Medkit, AP, many explosives, smoke grenade, motion trackers. We are all good here. Alright! Sweet. So, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna maybe stuff something in my mouth. Afterwards, in the kitchen, I mean for food. I might, if you'll permit it, take like 5, let's be honest, 8 minutes in between this to make myself a peanut butter sandwich. That'd be nice. And then we'll go on to the second mission. Okay, the chef also needs to eat. It's true, I do. So, let's go ahead and do that. Before I go, I will do the all-important thing that will waste time afterwards. I have to check how many this mission is. This was a heavy abduction. Long war missions, and I'm going to start writing this down. I probably went... I think I went like 150 missions in the last campaigns. Not including the campaigns before that too, being like, oh, I should really write this down at some point, but I always felt too rushed to do it then. If not now, when? I need to write this down so I don't have to keep looking it up again for the future. So first of all, find the right page. Long War Missions Wiki. Because otherwise, I just alt-tabbed and checked it every time, and I was like, this is quicker. Yeah, like once, but not every time. The number of aliens on a... maybe that's why I thought it was 9 for a gatecrasher, because it's only 9 for a light. But I guess it's 10 for... Anyway, whatever. I thought it was 9, honestly. Heavy abduction is 14 maximum aliens is what I'm getting here. That sounds about right with 3 to 4 pods. Okay, great, yeah. And aliens only start getting added later. Like, it's not till September that we just get a natural plus. This is what we just have for now until research goes over 180. When research goes over 180, you get a few more for some mission types, but that's it. Have a good one, Tem. If you message me, I'll check back in with you later if you didn't figure out the Zeus thing. I hope you did, though. Okay. Heavy abduction. Write it down. It's happening. You can clap if you want. 12 to 14 aliens. There we go. He's done it. Amazing. And I'll get that ready. Up in the thingy. Where's the thingy? Kitchen info. Aliens counter. 14 to choose from. We are maxed out for now. We're waiting for mission now. Alright. I'm going to start the mission. I'll just take that short break. While I get myself some yum. And, you know, go to the bathroom.
Visual on the mission site. Setting down.
Do you prefer if I leave you here where the pounding music is going? No, it's too much. This is the wait period.
Listen up. We're going to be dropping you deep in the Nigerian interior for the next operation. Alien activity continues to surge within several major cities. Our response is crucial to minimizing the spread of panic.
Operation Lazy Star. That's me. I'll be back after I've made my sandwich. Hopefully back under 10 minutes. Get yourself some water and food as well, everyone. Take care of your bodies. I'll be back.